Hey y'all, welcome in. Hello everyone. God, Corey, I was doing so good too. I missed one college game yesterday, I think. Oh no, I didn't check the last one. I missed one, and then the late game, I think I hit all of them actually, except for that one. I missed Vandy, and I hit the Thursday night game, and then I think I took Jacksonville this morning. They are getting. Hey Shay, how are you? VJ, how are you? Thanks, VJ. I had a. I had a really fun time out there, actually. I had a really fun time. I'm exhausted today. I did not sleep well, but I had a great time yesterday. Great time. So, yeah, that was a fun video to me. I even had fun. I was editing the video this morning, and I was like having a good time even editing the video. You know what I'm saying? Like just even just like rewatching it, like we were having so much fun. We're having so much fun this morning, man. Like truly, I was having a blast. So, even out in super red Florida, you can have a good time. Bolts are mid. Bolts are second place in the AFC. Those mid bolts are second place in the whole AFC. Oh yeah, and if they win today, they'll be first. Because we play the number one team in the AFC this week. Funny enough. Fair enough, Corey. I got you. Yeah, Florida showed up. Florida showed out. That was fun. I had a great time. There's actually one more video I am going to post from yesterday. Where, again, I had a meeting with, or I had a interview with Democratic Socialists of the Emerald Coast. I'm gonna post that later, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. It'll be fun. And then I hope to meet with some of the heads of Indivisible out here in the next few weeks. I hope to. So, should be a good time. Yeah, Dagger, I think that's awesome. Like I said, my goal for this one, and my goal will be for the ones coming up, is, like I said, no hate on anybody who's going to the ones in Minneapolis or Chicago or Portland or Los Angeles. I think that's great. I am going to go to No Kings protests in the most red places I can find. Like straight up. Hey, Mystic. Hey, everybody. How you guys doing this morning? I'm the problem. How you guys doing? Taurus, what's going on? Yeah, I'm going to go in like the most red places I can find. I like going in the red places. And it's like I say, it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Okay. And again, this is just me. All right. I'm not trying to put this on anybody else. I'm just saying for me, just, you know, it's good. It's so much more fun to me to see the people that are surrounded by Trump supporters, the whole place, and they still show out. Like if you're in Los Angeles, right? Your whole life is just, just liberal people. Like that's like your friends are all liberal, your family's all liberal, you work with all liberal people, right? In red places, like where we went yesterday, like again, it's all Trump supporters. Like when they're marching down the street, they are marching through just Trump supporters, just all Trump supporters, just all the way through. It's just something. It's just a different viewpoint of things. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different viewpoint. You know, like Minneapolis is going to go to go Democratic pretty much wherever. You know what I'm saying? Whenever. You know what I'm saying? Like the county I was in, they ain't going anywhere. The inflatable costumes are awesome. So anyway, it's just my opinion. I like going to the red ass places. I love it. The inflatable costumes are great. The chicken. We had the chicken in my video. I think it was a chicken. It was a big inflatable chicken, and it just said, it had a sign in front. It said, my pecker is bigger than Trump's. And I laughed for way too long at that. I laughed for way too long on that. Like way too long. I realized I became this many so fast, just laughing my ass off. Yeah, it was really great. There was freaking kids out there, and there was everybody. It was really fun. You guys got to make sure you check out the video. I'll probably say it again. We got to make sure you check out the video. You want to see what a protest looks like in super red Florida. It's really fun. It's really fun. I was dancing with like an Elvis impersonator. We were blowing bubbles. You're having a good old time. just the radical left. The radical left Antifa. There are no Kings protests. Yeah, I was out there blowing bubbles, bro. Like fucking. Teddy's, your videos never come across my FYP. Well, that's because you don't like me very much, apparently. The algorithm says that you don't like me. You and Dean should collab. I got no issues with Dean. I've never really got a chance to sit there and talk to the guy. He came up on my live one time and hung out, but I've never really got a chance to talk with him. I don't really have any issues with anybody. I just don't really talk to nobody that does this. Everybody's trouble. Everybody's trouble. I mean, that's all it is. Yeah, they don't like me, VJ. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I just don't be talking to people. Bro, here's what I realized, and I'm just being honest, okay? Like when you do this as long, like I've been doing this for a couple years now. It feels wild that I've been doing this for a couple years now. But once you've been doing it for a couple years like me, you just realize you just start to learn a whole bunch of stuff about so many people, and you just start being just like, I don't want to know anything about these people. like just Yeah, you just start learning stuff about people, and the more I learn about people, the more I don't like people. So I just stay to my damn self, man. I just stay to my damn self, you know? I just stay to my damn self. I do my thing, you know what I'm saying? There's a couple creators that I watch. Besides that, I just stay to myself, man. Yeah. It's just easier that way. So oh, that's funny. What condition does Trump take his anti-anxiety meds for? What condition does Donald Trump take his anxiety meds for? Hispanic attacks. Hispanic attacks. God, I need to go back to bed. That was ridiculous. Whoever just posted that in my freaking chat, you a fool for this one. All right, like, it's so stupid, man. I missed two posts of it. I saw someone just post that in my chat, and that's too good. That's too good. Hispanic attacks. Y'all be fucking wild out here, dude. Oh God. Oh man. Are you a fool for this one? Blinded. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat to start the day off. Says, hey Paulie, do you know why the prices of eggs are so high? It's because all the chickens are in Congress. That's our go. Dude, people got jokes this morning, bro. People got jokes this morning. People got jokes this morning. Thank you so much, Blinded. I appreciate you. Ellen, thank you so much. I'm glad so many of y'all have watched the video I posted this morning. I hope you really enjoy it. I had a lot of fun making it. So, really glad you guys are enjoying it. Big W's in chat for Blinded for that first super chat of the day. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Big W's in chat for that. Hispanic attacks is going to give me for the rest of the day. Where is it posted? It's on my TikTok. It's on TikTok. It's on YouTube Shorts. It's on all that fun stuff. Adravana, thank you so much for the $5. Say, hey, Paulie, is it a slow day for MAGA not calling and in that we're resorting to jokes? Well, no. We haven't even opened up the phone lines yet. I do know Sundays are always a slow start. They always are. Okay. Way too many Bud Lights for MAGA last night. They don't wake up this early. Okay. So it's always slow on Sundays. So I just don't rush it. We just come in here, we have a good time, we BS. This is kind of my time to talk to you guys for a second before we get started, to be honest with you. This is kind of my time to come in and hang out with you guys for a bit. No, it's Bud Light still. Kid Rock said Bud Light was okay now. See, like Trump is their God, but Kid Rock is like their Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. He said Bud Light was okay. He said it was okay again. All right. Yeah. It was he said something it was, remember the great words of Kid Rock, which was ball with the bada, bang bang, diggy diggy. Oh, that just touched me, It's just such, just such beautiful lyrics. That just touched me. Thank you so much, Adravana. I appreciate it. You got a Chargers hat on, but on live instead of watching the game? Yeah, the game doesn't start for 5 more hours. If I work really hard, I think I can make it from my computer to my television in the next 5 hours. I think. It might be close. Big W's to chat for Adravana for that super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. If I work real hard, I think I can make it all the way to downstairs. Yeah, I know. Guys, apparently I can see the future. Apparently I should be able to, guys, dude, if I could tell you, if I could watch games before they start, okay, I wouldn't be here at all. I'd be sports betting and making billions. Okay? Because I can watch the game before it starts. I'd be at the casino right now, putting everything I had. I'm pulling it up now, Ari. Betting everything I have. God, y'all in the jokes today, man. Y'all are wild. All right, here we got another joke, y'all. We got another joke. Why should you never cross Trump? Huh? Why should you never cross Trump? Because there's hell to pay. There's hell to pay. To pay. Get y'all. Oh, goodness gracious. Because he ain't got no hair. Because he ain't got no hair. Okay, anyways. Okay. Anyways, I've been seeing some phone calls come in. I think it's time to actually get this thing started. So thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're just getting this thing started. We're about to open up these phone lines, have some conversations. Please only call in if you support Trump still. That is who I'm looking to talk to. If you call in and it goes to busy or voicemail, it's because I'm already on the phone with somebody else. And it's just me here. Right? There's not like, I don't have like a group of like producers behind me or anything like that are answering the phone. It's just me answering the phone. So I'm here for. Yeah, if you like Support the Live, we do have super chats open. As you guys have seen from the fun stuff that's been going out. So really appreciate y'all for that. Also, I have my live gift call, the Corgis, going on. So if you'd like to help support that, I really appreciate you. Also, please consider becoming a member or a super fan. Those are great ways to support the live, especially on a continuous basis. So I really, really appreciate that. I also do have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. All my pay links in my bio. They're all at Polypolitics, like my name. So if you'd like to support that way, that is also a great way to do it also. So I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Let's open up these phone lines. It might take a second to get somebody in, but that's okay. Megan for producer. Megan, I would love to have you as a producer. One big problem. I don't have money to pay a producer, so it's not gonna help much. Need that first. Got non-usefuls on it with the jokes today, y'all. Y'all are wild today with the jokes. All right, I got one more joke to because the people on TikTok can see it. Oh shit. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
34.
How old?
34.
All right, well, stand by for a second. See, it's pinned on TikTok, but y'all on YouTube can't see the jokes yet, which makes it even funnier. Okay, so here I'll give you for guests. I'll see if you can answer it. Okay, which Disney character loves Trump the most?
I don't know. The Hunchback of Notre Dame or something.
No, it's Snow White supremacy.
Okay. It's all right.
Ah!
Not too bad.
Yeah, the dwarves were immigrants, by the way.
I believe you.
Yeah, so they were illegal immigrants. They were here to take your jobs. Anyways,
Yeah. Yeah, just wanted to say what's up. At least, hey, what's going on, man?
Oh yeah. So do you still support Trump?
Yeah, I mean, to a degree, he's not perfect, you know what I mean. But we can't get perfect, you know what I mean.
No, he's not good.
From certain people.
Hold on. Say like perfect, like say put it from like 0% being just like completely worthless. Okay.
I mean,
and hold on. I'm not done yet. Listen. Okay. Pretend 0% is absolutely worthless. Never done a good thing before in his life, right?
Okay.
And 100% is like perfect, right? When you say he's not perfect, you are insinuating that he's like close to perfect, but not quite there yet. The problem is he's not there at all.
Really.
He's much closer to the never done anything good in his life ever, right? So I'm not expecting perfection from my president. Okay, I don't expect perfection from anyone. Okay, but to say we should be supporting someone that's not even fucking close, like I don't even know if he makes it past 20%. Like that's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, you want us to call in and say why we still support him, right? Instead of
no, I want to have conversations, and this is what I'm doing. I'm having a conversation. I'm questioning your logic when you say he's not perfect.
Yeah, and that's all I got to say so far.
Yeah, I know. And now that I've said my part, now it's your turn to say the next part that you'd like to say.
Okay, so I mean, were you asking like how I feel percentage wise?
Sure. Sure. Why not? Let's do that. What percentage wise do you feel?
I'll give him like a 60%.
You give him a 60%. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So let's kind of put that into perspective, right? So you're saying he does just more good than he does bad. Okay. So I'm going to name just a few things bad he's done this term. Okay. So I'm going to tell you a few things bad that he's done this term. Okay. And then you have to tell me like at least, like a percentage more of good things that he's done. All right.
Okay.
Sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay. He's been in violation of the First Amendment multiple times, not only just, through judicial courts, but also in obvious violations like removing Kimmel, having Colbert removed, threatening using the FCC to threaten them by freaking kicking out protesters, by putting the military against protesters, kicking out students. That's like 5, but we'll just give it on 1 on that one. Okay. He's also been in violation of the 4th Amendment, the 5th Amendment, the 14th Amendment, the 24th Amendment, and the 10th Amendment he's working on right now. Okay. By freaking violating states' rights. Okay. The unemployment rate is the highest since we shut down for COVID. We've had the worst job numbers since we shut down for COVID. Prices are on the rise on every single consumer good, including groceries, and gas prices are all up. Okay, so that is just a short list, and I could go on for a lot longer. That's just a short list of all the bad things he's done since he's president. Now you tell me all the good things to get that up to 60%.
Okay, so for me, on our side, we want people to do things the right way, go through the right channels, and do things legally. And when it comes to
this is going to take a long time.
Crossing,
yeah, if you want to just say immigration, that's fine. That way we can move on because you have like 6 more things to catch up to before you're even close to 60%.
All right, so his crackdown on immigration, I appreciate.
1.
His crackdown on crime domestically, I really appreciate.
2.
His playing hardball in foreign relations, that's something we appreciate as well.
3.
His America First policy, prioritizing our country over every other
That's
country.
just the same as the
any
prior
other
one.
country.
That's the same as the prior one. You don't get he's playing hardball with other countries and he's America first. You don't get those are that's the same thing. You're just saying it in different words.
Yeah, that's fine. But he's also a businessman. He's business minded, and he has to resuscitate the economy that we were left with from Joe Biden.
Yeah, but I
And
just
COVID.
but the bad thing I already just said was that the economy is not doing well. Okay, so you
Yeah,
don't
but
you don't get a point
he
for
has his work cut out for him. He
why
has
it
his
was
work
doing
cut out
it
for
was
him.
doing great when Biden left office.
No, it wasn't. That's a
Okay,
fallacy.
well, fine. You're still at 3. You still have about 4 more to catch up to 60%. So I
don't know how you're counting this, like 60%.
well, because you're not really
whatever.
saying anything. Like I said actual, like, you know, things that are factual, right? Like we talked about prices going up across the board since Donald Trump has been president, right? That's a thing, right? Unemployment rate being, you know, higher, the highest it's been since COVID. That's a thing, right? Job numbers being worse since the shutdown, the worst since the shutdown for COVID. That is an actual thing. Now you're just saying like, oh, he's a businessman, but that doesn't really help Americans. Him being a businessman doesn't help Americans unless he
does help.
Hold on, sir. The only way it would be able to help Americans is if he was using that in order to make those numbers that I'm talking about better, but he's not. So that's not something he's doing.
So I'm sir, capitalistic.
Sir, at the rate of the things that you've said, okay, I named about 6 or 7 things, right? And let's be honest, I didn't even name the exhaustive list. I just named like, you know, the first few things I can name off my head. You've named 3. Most of those aren't even true, but I'm giving you 3 anyway. Okay. Are you going to actually name actual other points that Donald Trump is doing?
I mean, I like how he's handling Mexico, Venezuela, the drug cartels, and all that stuff. You
already said hardball with other countries. You already said that.
Yeah, I mean, what else? I mean, he doesn't attack the Second Amendment, which we're really big on. You know, our side.
Neither did Joe Biden.
He's
so
for Christianity, so a lot of us are very Christian.
Donald Trump's not a Christian.
Joe Biden and the left do continuously.
Donald Trump's not a Christian.
Yeah, I know, but he you know, advocates for Christianity.
Gotcha. So Joe Biden, who was a Christian, didn't advocate for Christianity, but Donald Trump, who isn't a Christian, advocates for Christianity.
I've never heard any of them. Any left, not even Barack Obama or anything, advocate for Christianity at all.
Yeah, they have multiple times. They're not the Christian president of the United States. They're the president of the United States, and the Constitution of the United States is very specific that the United States is not a Christian nation. Okay, so their job is to be the. Actually, specifically, we were not. We were founded by deists, some deists, and some that were not.
Well,
okay,
they're like Quakers, Pennsylvania.
But sir, like the Treaty of Tripoli, which is like one of the first founding documents of this country, specifically lays out that there is no religion and that there should never be a religion. People like John Adams specifically said that the country would be better. Sir,
under God.
No, it doesn't. Actually, under God
must be a place.
Under God wasn't added to any part of our currency, any part of our money, or anything until less than 100 years ago. Okay. And the only time that God is even mentioned in the Constitution is in Article 6, I believe Section 3, where it specifically says that the government shall make no rule concerning religion.
So you're saying that the settlers that came over here, they weren't any form of Christianity?
Sir, regardless of whether the settlers were some form of Christianity or not,
they were the founders of this country.
Thank you. I was in the middle of a sentence. Regardless of whether some of the settlers were Christian or not, this country was specifically and intentionally designed to not have a religion. So
I think it's for more religious tolerance.
Okay, gotcha. So how many times is God mentioned in the Constitution? Like I said before.
Not sure.
As I already said, if you would be listening instead of speaking, you would have heard me say it. Okay. One time, Article 6, I believe Section 3, which specifically mentions God, and the only time it mentions it is to say that we can't have it in the government. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, I guess I would like to see that, but
you should try reading the Constitution.
Yeah, I mean, I know the gist of it, you know.
Well, apparently not.
I know the gist of it, man.
Apparently not.
The free speech, the freedom of religion, the right to bear arms, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, apparently not. Okay, so Again, you've got almost nothing. You've not even gotten close to making it to 60%. I said about 20%, and that's a lot more accurate.
Well, I mean,
okay?
what would have Kamala Harris? She would have opened our borders. She wouldn't crack down.
Sir, why are we talking about Kamala Harris? Sir, why are we talking? Sir, why are you talking about?
Because that's the alternative.
No, there is no alternative. Donald Trump.
It's a two-party system, and you have to vote for the lesser evil.
Sir,
you have to.
Sir, the election was a year ago. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, and in a year, he's done a lot.
Sir, I am asking you why you still support Donald Trump. I'm not asking why you thought Kamala Harris was bad, because I don't live a year ago. I live now. And the things that Donald Trump is doing for the United States are bad for us now. Okay? So now is what we're talking about. Hey, shh. Now is what we're talking about. Okay? So now I want to address those things that you were talking about. Okay? That you apparently thought he was doing so well with. Okay, so you said he was playing hardball with all these other countries. How is he doing that?
The tariffs.
And how are those playing? And how are those playing hardball?
And the deportations.
Yeah, getting domestic policy, like getting rid of deportations. I don't even know what that means. Getting rid of deportations would mean that you were deporting less people.
Deportations. I'm saying deportations, just deportations.
Yeah. So how is deporting people that are in the United States? How is that playing hardball for other countries?
No, those are two separate points.
Okay, well, I asked you how he's playing hardball with other countries, and you said deportations.
The tariffs.
Well, actually, specifically you said getting rid of deportations. But regardless,
no,
okay,
the tariffs.
The tariffs. Okay, so how are the terrorists playing? How are the terrorists playing hardball in other countries?
Because these countries have been just, leeches on our country for a very long time.
Awesome.
We basically paid for NATO. We basically paid for Israel to become a state.
All right, awesome. So who pays a tariff?
We do.
All right. So how is us paying a tax to our own government playing hardball on other countries?
Their goods. Because we're not buying their goods. We're just paying more.
No.
So there's
right.
So there's a consequence.
There's a consequence to who?
Both of us. Both. The country trying to sell the stuff and us that are trying to pay for it.
Gotcha. So we are punishing Canada by buying their stuff at a higher price.
I mean, they have to sell it, so less people will want to pay that high price, so they'll go elsewhere.
Right, to another country that's also tariffed.
Well, if they don't want to be tariffed, should maybe, start working with us.
But they're not doing that.
Doing what we want them to do.
So,
we are the superpower.
But they're not.
And if they don't want to, okay, then they can keep.
But no one's done it
with the tariff on.
But no one's done it. So if no one's doing that, if no one's folding and bending and bending the knee, then how is that playing hardball with other countries? Apparently these stuff. That's fine. These countries seem to be just fine with that.
Okay, good, and they can continue to be just fine because we're not playing around anymore.
Gotcha. So they're just fine. We're suffering. So we showed them.
I mean, I've guys, a lot of
we got Canada so good by making ourselves suffer. Oh my God, guys, we got them so good.
We don't need Canada.
I was like, we don't
need Canada.
What? Guys, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get back at my neighbor was sleeping with my wife, right? My neighbor was sleeping with my wife, and so to get back with him, I'm gonna cut my own foot off. God,
it's like you don't understand.
He's gonna get it so bad. He's gonna get it so bad by me cutting my own foot off.
Of like a boycott, we're basically boycotting these countries.
We're not though.
That's the idea, though.
But it's not happening. See, sir, that's what
we are doing. Whether they submit to it or not, we don't give a shit.
But we're not boycotting. We're still purchasing from these countries, and yes, we do.
We don't need them. Though.
Yes, we do, and we're still doing it.
Okay? No, we don't. No, we do not need them.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't need anyone. We're America. We're the superpower. They need us. We don't need them.
Okay. So, sir,
We don't want them if they're weak and they're not going to pay into
there's
their
only
military
one person
to
that sounds
support
weak right now,
themselves.
and that's you. Okay.
No, we're not weak, man. Don't get it
Well,
twisted.
we are
America
not.
is not weak.
We are
We are
not.
not weak.
You are, but we are not. Okay.
How am
So
I weak?
I don't know.
Are
You're
you
just
sure
hollering
about
and
that, bro?
screaming
You
over
can say
here,
it to
whining
my
and trying to
face.
yell. It sounds like you need a therapist. But
Sure,
regardless
man.
of any of that,
you
sir,
told me to
Sir,
call here and
sir,
tell you
sir.
why we still support Trump, and I'm telling you.
How old did you say you were?
You know what I mean? You cut
Hey,
me
sir,
off.
how old
but
did you
like
say you
whenever
were?
this is like it's just like the left, man.
Sir, how old did you say you were?
I told you. What you don't
I know.
remember?
No, because right now you sound like you're about 12. Okay. So I'm just trying
Okay,
to
then I'm
affirm
12.
that you're old enough to be here.
I'm 12.
Okay. Well, then I have to hang up if that's the case.
Okay.
All right. So how old are you?
I'm 12, man.
All right. That's fine. Well, you're acting like it, so that makes sense. Sir, when I asked you, 12-year-olds aren't allowed to talk on my live. So when I asked you, okay, how Donald Trump is playing hardball with other countries, pretty much what you have said is Donald Trump has charged his own people attacks and no other country cares. Okay. And so therefore he's playing hardball.
No,
Okay.
So they haven't complained at all about the tariffs?
Oh,
no
of course they
countries
have.
complained
Of
about
course they
the
have.
tariffs.
And Donald Trump's complained about them.
So why are they complaining if they don't care?
Sir, I didn't say they didn't care.
So what are you saying? That
I'm saying Donald Trump isn't playing hardball.
Why are they complaining if they're
I'm saying
okay?
Donald Trump is not playing hardball. Donald Trump is getting smoked by the rest of these fucking countries who are just starting to just trade with each other instead of trade with Donald Trump.
That's fine.
Yeah, so that's not playing hardball. Okay, that's everybody else being good at this and Donald Trump being bad.
We don't want to be involved.
We don't want to be involved. Well,
we don't want to be involved.
I'm sorry, sir. We are involved. Okay, we are involved.
Allies.
You should ask like the millions or whatever, the hundreds of thousands of farmers. Okay, I think it's 260,000 farmers or something like that.
They're suffering.
Who got completely put out of business due to Donald Trump's tariffs and all of
they voted for Trump.
Yeah, they voted for their own demise.
Yeah, and they actually still support them because everybody understands that, it's going to be rough economically for a little bit, but there's a means to an end.
Okay, sir.
And
they don't all believe that. I've actually listened to multiple interviews with those fucking farmers who specifically who specifically were like, "Yeah, we fucked up." Okay, so first of all, that's not fucking true. Second of all, sir, if we don't need them, then why are we having to bail out our farmers?
That's okay because they're our farmers.
Sir,
At least we're not bailing out someone else's farmers.
We are. We just sent $40 billion to Argentina to bail out their economy.
Yeah, well.
So we are bailing out other people's farmers. But why are we having to bail out our own farmers, okay, due to our own bad policies? Well, Donald Trump's really bad policies, okay? Why are we having to bail them out? Because Donald Trump's policies suck, okay? And also, yes, we are bailing out other countries.
So you think Kamala Harris would have done it better?
Why are you trying to talk about Kamala Harris again?
I'm asking. Sir, you hate Trump so much.
Are you sundowning right now?
I'm just curious.
Are you sundowning right now?
No, I'm just curious.
I am talking to you about Donald Trump's economic policies. Stay on topic.
Yeah, so Donald Trump, right?
He is playing hardball by doing nothing.
We would have something completely different.
Correct.
This is the best we got. He was the best option.
So
it's what we got.
Gotcha.
Name a perfect president.
Gotcha. Again, I don't expect anyone to be perfect, sir. Okay. I specifically said that multiple times. Again, I think you have a memory issue. Okay. Said it multiple times. Okay. But if you look at Biden's numbers, okay, and I'm not even saying Biden was that great of a president. Okay. He did some good stuff, but I'm not even saying he was that great of a president. We had record low unemployment, record high.
Better than Trump, though, right?
Sir. We had record low unemployment. Okay. We had record high job growth. Okay. Every year after the reopening of COVID, we had the inflation rate going down with it settling under 3% before he left office. Okay. Everything was getting better and better and better and better and better and better and better under his economy. Okay. As it went on. Okay.
That was residual.
And then by the time Donald Trump took office, since then, all of those numbers are getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Okay. They are.
You do realize that President Trump was the president before Joe Biden, right?
Good job. I'm glad we got that memory taken care of. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but so the point being that all the residuals of what Donald Trump did kind of went into most of Biden's presidency. And
All right.
also,
So what did he do that was
all
residual?
of our problems economically
Gotcha.
from the Biden administration transferred into Trump's problem.
Gotcha.
And now it's Trump's problem.
Gotcha.
So you can't really say it was all Biden that did good and all Trump that did bad. You can't really say that because how do you know that it's not transferable?
Yeah. So we do have something
not
that's
like day
listen,
one.
sir, be quiet. So we do
You
have.
keep insulting me, dude. I didn't insult you one time yet. You
Sir,
insulted
you're
me
an
like
insult.
7 times.
You're an insult to the American education system. Okay,
Right,
but
and
I do
that's
need you to listen.
Like 8,
okay,
man.
I do
I
need you to
didn't
listen.
insult you once.
Okay,
I'm here to have a conversation.
well,
and
no, you're not.
insulting me.
You're here to just
Haven't insulted you one time.
Shh.
Not once. Not once.
Shh.
And that's the difference between the left and the right.
All right, I'm
here
muting
to have
you
a
now. I'm here. I'm going to say what I have to say, whether you want to be here to listen or not. Okay, sounds good. So there is such thing called presidential lag. Okay, where certain policies from a previous president do carry on into the next presidency. That is a very, very true thing. Okay. And that does happen. But we need to be able to identify the policy, right? And how it carried over. I'll give you a few examples of that, right? Donald Trump added more debt to the national debt than any president has in 4 years ever in his first term. $8.4 trillion. Okay. In 10-year added approved debt under the Trump administration. When he was running in the primary and he was running against Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley, they specifically said that printing of money, that excess of printing of money under the Trump administration would lead to high inflation. Okay. And then less than a year and a half after he left office, we had record high inflation. Okay. So Donald Trump, sir, I'm speaking. Okay. So you want to talk about, you want to talk about presidential lag. Cool. We have a president that's had more debt than any president, a bunch of other Republicans that said this was going to cause inflation. And then right after that, Biden took office and we had a whole bunch of inflation. That's a great example. Second, we'll say another thing. How about the OPEC Plus deal? The OPEC Plus deal, okay, which he coordinated with OPEC in order to lower the amount of oil that was being produced across the world, okay, which didn't expire until the end of 2022, where we saw record high gas prices in the United States until the end of 22, directly affected by that OPEC Plus deal, and we saw inflation that was affected by those oil prices. So you're right. There is an amount of things that a president does that carries over. And see how I can identify those policies and those things that the president does? So can you please explain to me what Joe Biden did that is carrying over in the Trump administration right now? Because Scott Bessent has specifically said, and he said it 2 months ago, that this is no longer Biden's economy. This is now Donald Trump's economy. That is what the Trump White House has come out and said. So can you please explain to me what is carrying over?
Well, I mean, you can't just sit here and ignore the fact that we had a pandemic and that doesn't come into play.
That's not what I
at
asked
all.
you, sir. I asked you what Biden policies are carrying over and how they're affecting our economy.
That's the beginning of the conversation. We can't just ignore the pandemic that just happened.
I'm sorry. Okay, so you're saying that the pandemic 5 years ago is what's carrying over to Donald Trump's economy now.
Not by itself.
Okay, well, guess what? COVID is not a Biden policy. Okay, so I'm asking you which Biden policy. I'm asking you which Biden policy is carrying over into Trump's economy.
I mean, I'm not too sure about his general policies, but I just, he was old and senile, man. You think he knew what he was doing?
Well, sir, being old doesn't carry over to the next presidency.
Being senile as a president kind of carries over to everything.
No, it absolutely doesn't. Actually, if he was so old and senile, okay, and let's just pretend like he was like I promise you he was old. That's 100% true, right? Senile, I don't really believe that, but hey, let's just pretend for argument's sake that it was.
Dementia?
Okay? Hold on,
he didn't have dementia or early onset dementia?
Sir.
He didn't have that.
Sir, be quiet. Okay? Let's pretend for a second, okay, that he was old, senile, and had dementia. Then you would think when he left office, Donald Trump coming in would have been able to immediately improve on everything that Joe Biden was doing. Hold on, sir.
Immediately.
Okay. I guess Donald Trump
is unrealistic.
I guess Donald Trump isn't significantly better than somebody old, senile with dementia. Because I'll tell you this right now, if I took over any job ever in the history of ever from an senile, any job. Do you,
so you think that being
sir,
the
all right, sir, I'm going to mute you again because you can't be quiet. If I took over any job ever in the history of jobs in the entire world, including the presidency, from somebody who was too old, had dementia, and was senile, I promise you, day one, I make things better. Day one, literally day one. And here's why. Okay? Because the last guy couldn't think because he was senile and had dementia. So therefore, all I had to do was put any thought into anything and I would be better. But Donald Trump apparently 9 months into his presidency hasn't been able to do anything better than somebody old, senile with dementia. And actually on top of that, he's made things worse than the old guy with dementia who's senile. Things are worse. Job numbers are worse. The economy is worse. Unemployment is worse. All of those things are worse.
So we don't have an immigration crisis obviously this isn't something that you're worried about.
Sir. Engage with what I just said or I'm moving on to the next caller.
On day one. You think on day
We're not on day one, sir. We're 9 months in and the economy is worse.
You said on day one. You said on day one.
We're 9 months in.
No, dude, you cut me off. And then you asked me to talk, and then I start talking, 4, and you cut me off.
3, 2, 1. Engage with what I just said, or I'm moving on to the last caller.
I was engaging with what you just said.
Move on. Let's go. Hurry up.
Okay, yeah, I was, right? You said on day one, after someone that's senile with dementia.
Trump said day one.
Trump
said, I will lower...
Look, and now you're interrupting me, bro.
Trump said, I will lower grocery prices on day one. He said, I will end the war between Ukraine and Russia on day one. He said, I will end the war between Israel and Gaza on day one. Yeah, he said, I will create jobs on day one. None of those things have happened. 0 of those things have happened. Donald Trump said day one.
He's an
and 9 months in,
individual.
And 9 months in, not a single one of those things has happened.
This is the hardest job in the world, man. The American president.
Well, then maybe we should put someone in there that's qualified. Then maybe we should put in someone that's qualified. Then maybe we should put in someone that's qualified.
Hardest job in the world.
Yeah, if it's gonna be the hardest, I agree. It is the hardest job in the world. Next time we should put in somebody that's qualified.
Like Kamala Harris.
Like literally, my Australian Shepherd is more qualified than Donald Trump.
No, they don't even know who that is. Well, he probably wants to take all the guns away. He's probably not. He's probably Muslim or something. He's not Christian.
My Australian Shepherd? No, my Australian Shepherd is not a Muslim. She only worships the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Like, a girl?
20 seconds.
Why the hell would I don't want no girls running the country. They don't have to go to war. No. Why would I want a woman in power? No.
So your problem with what I just said is that it's a girl?
Yes. Name one successful female general. One successful female general.
This guy, I just said I would rather have my Australian Shepherd. I just said I would rather have my Australian Shepherd. And this guy has no problem with it being a literal dog, but has a problem with it with my dog.
You were naming a person, dude.
With my dog I don't know who that is. He literally has more of a problem with my dog being a girl than the fact that she's a dog. That is wild. I would have thought her being a dog would have been the bigger problem, but I guess her being, her being a her is the big issue for you. But anyways, I think that is definitely the end of that conversation. So I hope you have whatever day
do
you
you
deserve. Okay.
Who do you
And
want to be in the
you
president?
try not to start drinking this early on a Sunday next time. Okay.
Who do you want to be
All right.
president?
Bye bye. Well, that was rough. Yo, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We do this every single day but Friday. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really, really appreciate that. Wow. More impressed with can't a woman dog? Look, I could take a dog, okay? But not some woman dog. Okay? It's wild. Kayla, thank you so much for the $5 over on Venmo. Say, why do they insist on glazing so hard for a crazy 80-year-old toddler? I have no idea, Kayla, but they sure as hell do. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Sam, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, U.S. education is trash. That's why the left and right radicals are DDD. Yes, the left radicals who want crazy things like healthcare and education. Crazy. L, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Said, talk to me on this issue. Well, you just have to call the line. I'll talk to whoever. I don't care. Come on in, bud. I guess L really think that, sir, the super chats, well, I really do appreciate it, is not the way to get a hold of me. That's why I have the phone number up there. Okay. I just wasted my coffee. That's no fun. Jordan, thank you so much for the $5. Said, largest protest in U.S. history today. MAGA is done for 100%. Thank you so much, Thomas. That was amazing yesterday. Check out my video of the No Kings that I went to yesterday. Edgervon said, hey, Paulie, ask your caller if he's gotten his million from Trump's Elon yet for voting for Trump. They're still waiting for they're still waiting for it. Thank you so much. They're waiting for it. Yo, if you like Support the Live, I do have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all at Paulie Politics, like my name. And I also have the super chats. I like to talk about those in between callers. If you like support, that's a great way to do it. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. We're going to open up these phone lines, move on to the next person, keep this thing going. So I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Again, make sure y'all hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I just wasted. This jacket wasn't even dirty. I'm mad. I just wasted my coffee all over myself. All right. Well, it's funny how all these people in my chat are like, I'm gonna talk to you on this, and I open up the phone lines. There's no one there. Hello, how are you?
What up? What's it like being a nigger?
Great, I guess. I'm doing fine. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you feeling?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
Can you hear me all right?
So I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 38.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. I mean, not really awesome. Kind of weird, honestly. Actually, very strange.
Hey, we all entitled to our own opinions.
What?
We're all entitled to our own opinions of everything.
Oh, I'm very aware of that. Yeah. Yeah. In my opinion, the people that support like Trump is very weird. So anyways, why do you support that weird guy?
Let's see.
Insane.
His take charge attitude.
His take charge attitude.
Yeah, yes, he's done several things.
That sounds like a great quality for like a manager at Subway.
And sometimes you just got to be that way. Let's see. Why do I support Donald Trump? He audited the U.S., which was long overdue, and most presidents did not.
Hold on, he did what?
He audited the U.S.
He audited the U.S.?
Yes.
We audit the U.S. every year. We audit the U.S. every single year.
They did?
Yeah. Yeah, that was not new for Donald Trump. Actually, he did it a lot worse than most people.
A lot worse?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you explain a lot worse?
Yeah, he put in a bunch of people that don't have the skills in order to audit something. Okay, and that had reasons to ignore certain things because they had actual government contracts, and he put them in to audit instead of the people who literally do a good job of auditing every single year. Yeah,
a good job of auditing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm not entirely sure where you get your information from, but I get mine from two specific online informations. But let's go down a list. When Donald Trump audited the U.S., there was almost $400 million being embezzled to blank Social Security people.
Incorrect.
What that means is that means people who were age 110 to 120 were still getting Social Security checks,
Not true.
and the people from 130 to 140 were still getting Social Security checks.
Not
So that
true.
means, really?
Really? Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, really.
tell me. You said that you get this information. You said my information that I got is not true. What is you basing this on?
Yeah, so they actually did fact checks on all those things that Donald Trump was talking about, and what the confusion was is that Social Security works off a very old system, and when people die, it would automatically set them to a singular date, and for some reason, people thought that was like 300 years ago. But let's be completely honest, Social Security didn't exist that long ago, so there couldn't have even been people that were signed up for Social Security that were that old. Yeah, it
Yes.
doesn't even exist.
But yet
Yeah.
they were, but yet there were still publications of people that were still in these age ranges getting
No, there was
Social
not.
Security. Actually, they were.
There was not. Show me one piece of data to
Yeah.
say that there was.
Oh, sorry, I'm literally talking to you on the phone.
All right, awesome.
If
Can
I
you tell
had
me where
my-
I can
if I
find
had my
one
lap-
piece of data, like one singular piece of data? Because there have been multiple investigations into this, like multiple, like dozens and dozens, and every single one shows that that is not fucking happening whatsoever. And any instances where people were getting Social Security checks after they died, they were literally billed back for that, and they had to return all of that money to the federal government.
This has been going on for up to 20 years, sir. This wasn't an overnight thing. The hard audit that Donald Trump's administration done on the U.S. showed massive amount of government wasting.
What
They
was
posted it all
being
online. I'm sorry. If I was at my computer, I could pull up all.
What has been
I
wasted?
could pull up the websites and stuff.
What was
and
wasted?
everything, and a lot of government spending.
Like
A lot
what?
of wasted money going towards
Like what?
going towards fraudulent Social Security
No, there was not.
departments that, quite frankly, did not need to exist. I mean, who in the world has a job that sits down to count light bulbs?
No
I
one.
don't even know what that was. I don't even know what that was even about. All the people that was fired were people who were
Didn't
in
exist.
jobs that did not. Well, like I said, I could show you the information and all this, but I'm on your.
Gotcha,
I'm
sir.
on your
So let me
cast,
ask you a
and I
question.
can't-
So he fired 80,000 people from the Department of Veterans Affairs, which has significantly increased the amount of wait times for people in Veterans Affairs in order for them to get their claims, for them to be able to get their medical care, and for them to be able to get their benefits. Can you please explain to me how taking benefits away from veterans how making sure veterans could get their benefits was a waste and how we needed to cut it?
Okay, I'm glad you said something about this. Here. I'm so glad you said that because I'm a veteran and nobody has cut my benefits at all.
I didn't say they cut the benefits. Listen to what I said.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, awesome.
I'm on the
80,000
phone.
people were cut from the Department of Veterans Affairs. Okay. Which has significantly increased the amount of time it takes for veterans to be able to get their benefits, especially for new applications or upgrades to applications. Okay. And for them to get things like healthcare, because the people that, thank you so much. The people that process that aren't there. It did things like cut this veteran suicide hotline, for people that, veterans that were thinking about committing suicide.
They did.
Yeah. I mean, it's back up now,
because
if you can get into it.
I literally helped my friend call the Veterans Crisis Hotline last week, and we got a.
Yeah, I
we
said
got a
it was
person
back
right
up,
away.
sir. I just said that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, apologies. Okay.
So can you please explain to me how that's
but
cutting
most
wasteful? Please tell me how taking care of veterans is wasteful spending and needs to be cut.
Most of this stuff is online. I mean, like quite literally. And then most of those veteran positions, they're volunteer. Like
No, they're
literally most
fucking
of them.
not. They work for the Department of
Okay.
Departments of Veterans Affairs. They had jobs, which is why they were just fired. How did he fire people if they
Sir,
weren't working?
sir, I was a volunteer as well. I literally donated 8 months of my time
Sir, are you
to
going to
volunteer
address
with
what
the
I'm
with the.
saying, or are you just going to try to talk around
I,
what I just said? Donald Trump cut 80,000 people from the Department of Veterans Affairs. How was that wasteful?
Sir, I literally just told you. A
No,
lot of
you're
this
just
stuff
saying
is
they're
automatic.
volunteers.
Yes, a lot of the stuff they're talking about that was cut administrations and all these other people that were hired into the veteran affairs. Most of this stuff you can do online. It's real easy. You click the button, and most of the places that does work with veterans, those people are old veterans, volunteers, old folks.
So gotcha.
A lot of people.
Gotcha. So Donald Trump
So what I'm
fires
saying
them.
is,
So Donald Trump fires them. The Department of Veterans Affairs stops being able to timely process things because that's happening right now. Okay,
like I said, I'm a
okay,
veteran, and like I said, I have
you're
no
a
problem
really
getting.
bad one. Okay,
I am.
but you're not. Yes. Okay.
How
So
about?
I am asking you a direct question. If you cannot respond directly to the question, then I don't know why we're having a conversation at all. Okay.
Literally just answered your
No, you're
question. You
not.
asked me
I am
why he
telling you
fired.
that they were fired. I am telling you that things are slower at the VA. I am telling you that those things have happened. I'm not asking you what you think about other people who were volunteers, okay? Or whether you think something was done online. I am telling you that things are worse now. I am telling you that things are slower. I'm telling you that benefits are taking longer times. I'm telling you that medical care is slowed. I am telling you that these things are happening, okay?
Where are you getting this
Okay,
information
from the
Because
Department of Veterans Affairs.
I'm literally a veteran.
From the
I use
Department
their
of
system
Veterans
all the
Affairs.
time.
From the Department
Are,
of Veterans Affairs. That's where I'm getting the information from. Okay? So I'm
are
telling you
you
all of these
sure?
things are
Because
happening. Yes, I am sure. Okay? So now that we have addressed that fact, how is benefits for veterans wasteful?
but that's what I'm not understanding. You saying benefits for veterans being wasteful when you just said you're worrying about the people who got cut. The veterans benefits didn't get cut. They're
Okay,
still
sir.
there.
Well, you know what? I
But
hope you have a wonderful day, but I am not going to sit here and talk in
but
circles with you anymore. Okay? This is a truly ridiculous fucking conversation.
huh?
Okay? If you
What?
can't simply address, okay, that if you think that an organization, regardless of what organization it is, okay, name an
Hmm?
organization. I don't even care which one you name. Okay? And you can cut 80,000 jobs from that corporation and nothing changes, okay, then I would love to see that corporation. Like whichever one it was, whichever you can pick a corporation. I do not care which one it is. And let's also be very clear: the majority of those jobs that were cut were actual veterans working in those jobs. Okay, but literally, if you are going to name a single organization, fucking name Walmart. If you cut 80,000 employees from Walmart, Walmart is less effective than it was before. Period.
I
Okay?
could go higher.
No
I
job.
could say Amazon.
Amazon, name whatever one you fucking want. Okay?
Amazon cut
But the VA
cut
is saying that they're
cut up.
slower. The VA is saying
Amazon
that
cut up to so many
sir,
people because they
the
automated these systems.
VA is saying they're less effective. Okay, they are saying that people are not getting their benefits fast enough. They are saying that that things have slowed. They are saying that entire departments that freaking help veterans have been cut. They are saying that. There's a direct directly from the Department of Veterans Affairs. They are saying that. So you arguing with me as if it's not happening is just ridiculous.
Sir, like I literally said, I help veterans, and I have not seen nothing slow down. Literally, last week when my friend needed a call to the crisis hotline, we got him through. We got him
Neat.
talking to somebody. Months before that,
Neat.
we helped several veterans get their full disability.
And now you're advocating for them not to be able to get their benefits as fast. Congratulations.
Advocating. What are you talking about? It took us no time to get them their benefits.
Oh, now I know you're lying.
Really?
Yes.
You saying I'm lying?
Yes.
When I'm literally telling you what we did.
Yes, I'm literally
These-
telling you.
these
I'm
young-
literally
these
telling
young
you, saying that
veterans-
you're lying. I'm literally
These
saying
young
that you're
veterans
lying.
that didn't know how to set up
Yeah,
their
what,
paperwork, know who to talk to,
sir?
who to
Even
go see.
if it was the best time
we
that the
helped
veterans
them do this.
that even if it was the best time that the VA has ever worked, it has never taken no time and was easy. It has never in the history of ever taken no time and been easy. That has not happened ever.
Actually, it is, man.
Oh,
Whenever
okay.
you talk to people who know what they're doing. Most people even go and hire lawyers, and the lawyers do the same thing that we do to
Sir,
help
if
these
you have
people.
to hire a lawyer, it is not quick or easy. Nothing that requires
But that's
hiring
what I'm
a lawyer,
saying.
sir, nothing that requires hiring a lawyer is quick and easy. If it was quick and easy, you wouldn't need a lawyer for it.
But that's what I just said. I said when the people go hire these lawyers, we do the same thing to help them. You know, that the lawyers do, we set them up with the right people. We set them up to go to their appointments, what to put down, what to check for, what they can claim, what they can't claim. All these things, we help them out do this. We help people who's been struggling with it for years. Most of them didn't even know about it because they didn't come to the people who knew about it. And most of those people that that you're saying that was cutting, these administration people, they weren't veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
All these source informations that you're saying that you claim from the VA, what they talking about and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that because most of the people who literally volunteered to leave their jobs is because they went to an automatic system. Mostly everything you can do online.
Sir, there are tons of things that are automated. That's great. Okay.
But that's what I'm addressing.
Okay, sir. Sir.
Corporations,
Sir.
like you said,
Sir.
name of place,
Sir.
Amazon,
Sir.
they went
Sir.
to all full
Sir.
automation
Sir.
and they cut people.
Sir. Sir.
So, okay, go ahead.
Sir. Sir. None of this has to do with fucking anything. Okay? Donald Trump is literally cutting veterans' jobs in the government, and you're saying it's wasteful. So if you want to say automation is good, sure, I agree. Automation is great. Okay. If you want to say that we're going to come out with a better system and make it better, I think that's awesome also. But supporting veterans is not fucking wasteful spending, and you're saying that it is. Okay. You are saying that it is. Okay.
And
that is what I have a problem with. Okay.
Hire these people to do
But sir,
so,
that's just one little instance of you being wrong. And I'm tired, sir. Of arguing with you in a circle. Okay?
Sir, I'm literally answering all your questions.
No, you're just talking in a circle. Okay?
Actually, I'm kind of not. You asked me a question, I addressed it.
No, you're not.
You're saying how is cutting people?
Yeah, I know there's something wrong with them, Tara.
You funneling money to other
things
to make
would you like to tell me something else that is wasteful? I would love to hear it.
Something else that's been wasteful?
Yeah, since apparently we can't agree. I think not firing veterans that take care of veterans I think firing veterans that are taking care of veterans is a bad thing. You think it's a good thing. So can we please move on to the next thing?
Okay, what else is that you would like to talk about, sir?
I don't to someone else, honestly. Because I think it's disgusting to listen to literal people who are literally claiming to be veterans that are literally advocating for the hurting of veterans is fucking disgusting. You claim to be a veteran. I don't believe you. Okay? But I think it's fucking disgusting. And honestly, I don't really want to talk to you about anything else. But if there's something else that freaking you want to talk about, that's totally fine. Okay? But I think that's fucking disgusting.
All right. We could talk about something else. Well, let's talk about the tariffs. Would you like to talk about those?
Sure, why not?
All righty, let's talk about the tariffs. I was listening to you earlier saying that that most of the people most of the countries they weren't backing down from these tariffs and they was just trading with their own people, right?
What?
You're saying that the tariffs that was put in place to make other countries pay taxes for the imported goods. You know, you said, I heard it along the way, you said something about them only trading with other people or cutting the U.S. out of their loop.
Honestly, sir, I'm not even really listening to you anymore. I'm just going to move on to the next caller.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think you're a waste of time, so bye. Anyways, we're just going to move on to the next person. Sorry. Such a waste of fucking time. I'm not even listening to you anymore. That guy did not name one thing that was wasteful in the spending. We literally got to that because he's saying that freaking Donald Trump was cutting wasteful spending. Okay. And literally Donald Trump didn't get to a single spot where he told me one thing that was fucking wasteful that Donald Trump cut. Not a single thing. Okay. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Absolutely horrible. Anyways, we're going to move on to the next caller. Chris, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate that. So you are the only politics person I watch live. Thank you so much for the live calls. Oh, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. You're very, very sweet. And Joshua said, Paulie, could you point me towards the Veterans Affairs wait times information? I'd love to add it to my bibliography for reasons that Trump is an abomination to the country. Absolutely. I actually was pulling up a whole bunch of stuff. I was going to show it to that guy, but it's crazy. I think that freaking they are actually starting to get a little better since Donald Trump cut them all like 6 months ago. They are actually starting to improve now. Okay. And I think that's great. I think that the veterans benefits are starting to improve a little bit quicker from the freaking horrible times that they had now. Okay. A lot of that is because a lot of the cuts that Donald Trump tried to implement were actually overturned by the courts. Donald Trump fired a whole bunch of veterans, and then the courts came back and said that he couldn't fire a bunch of those veterans. And when a lot of those veterans actually came back, then the system started improving. So, and I think that that's great that a lot of them got their jobs. I just think it's disgusting that the courts actually have to stop Donald Trump from being able to cut veterans' jobs. Okay. Just like he's going through cutting a whole bunch of other veterans' jobs right now due to the furlough and using that, right? And so watching all these veterans get cuts, I'm sorry. I get a little emotional when I see our veterans being hurt by people like Donald Trump and for other veterans advocating for that. Okay. Hurts my feelings. All right. So it's sad though, but hey, it is what it is. You can't expect Donald Trump to actually care about veterans. He's a fucking draft dodger. So we move on. Anyways, we'll put somebody else in the call. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 16.
Oh, sorry. You have to be at least 18 to be on live. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're going to keep this thing moving. What time is it? Oh, we still got some time. I'm actually kind of hot in here. Hello, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
46.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do. Just wanted to correct you real quick. You said 80,000 vets or
I don't need correction, sir. I dropped him because I didn't want to have this conversation anymore. If you want to have the same one, you can go back to the chat.
No, but you lied about the 80,000 vets.
All right. Hello, how are you?
Hey, what's up?
Hi, how old are you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. How old are you?
27.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I absolutely do.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm just curious. So do you actually try to debate people, or do you just sort of ignore people and talk over them? I just listen.
If you're confused, you should go back to the chat and listen, and then maybe you can figure it out.
Dude, see, this is what I mean. You're just like a little whiny little smartass, dude.
Oh, and you spent all of your time on your Sunday morning to call and talk to me?
Perfect example of somebody that's never been slapped in the mouth before.
Oh, yes, anyway. You're such a big guy on the internet, bro. Yeah, there's a million of you that just sit there and, oh my God, I would smack you in your mouth. It actually sounds kind of sexual, to be completely honest with you, as much time as you guys talk about it, all right? It really does become kind of sad, sir. But if I wanted to sit here, all right, if I wanted to sit here and listen to a grown man whine, okay, I would go to a MAGA rally. All right. But just let you know, as you sit here and cry in the chat, no one can hear you because I muted you because I only talk to adults. Okay. No, I'm not really interested. No one can hear you. No one can hear you. I muted you because you were whining like a child. I'll wait for you to grow up first, and then I'll unmute you and we can have a conversation. Are you done? All right. Are you going to try to grow up now? Again, sir, you're not unmuted. You're gonna have to stop crashing out long enough for me to actually get to that point. All right, cool. Now that we're there, all right, are you done whining and trying to put sad threats on people?
Yeah, sure.
All right, awesome. So, what were you trying to talk about?
All right. So I just listened to you speak with a veteran, disrespect him, like completely.
Oh, I thought we were done with the crying.
Dude, the only person that's whining at all is just listen to your voice, dude.
Then why are you here? Then go away.
I'm trying to. Do you have a fucking disability?
Yes, I do have a disability. It's that I cannot stand fucking whining little bitches. All right, so I'm waiting for you to
Enjoy the
stop
rest
being
of the fucking
one.
chromosome, you fucking pussy. All right. So
Oh,
anyway,
good one, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Good
so
one.
listen.
Did you spend all night trying to write that one down? Did you get a little notepad?
Do you think that wasteful spending is sending money to other countries to support LGBTQ plus programs?
I don't know. Do you think that wasteful spending is sending $40 billion to Argentina?
Yeah, I think.
All right. Well, Donald Trump just sent $40 billion.
Yeah,
to Argentina.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
Okay. I can sit here and say that I don't agree with that.
All right. Well,
I don't
there you
agree
go.
with everything that every president does. Do you know what Trump derangement syndrome is?
Yes.
It's when you sit here.
It's a made-up, whiny little fucking comment from a bunch of little tiny
was
whinies.
good for you, and you'd be suffocating yourself in a bag.
Man, how old did you say you were?
I'm 27, bud.
Yeah, you have the like emotional intelligence of like a 4-year-old. You know that?
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 38 years old.
And you've made it this far in life that you're sitting there at a desk debating people. And every
Yes,
time they
I am
mention
sitting
fact,
here at
you
a
sit there and
I am
start
sitting
saying
here at
that
a
they're
desk.
whining.
I am sitting here at a desk being more successful than you will ever be in your entire life. Isn't that crazy?
Okay, pal.
Yeah,
Okay, pal.
I am literally
I
sitting.
can
I am
guarantee you
literally
that that's
sitting.
not true.
I am literally sitting in my office being more successful than you will ever be
Dude,
in your
office
entire
is
life.
Your
Isn't that
office is
crazy?
a room in your apartment.
That's crazy, isn't it? That
It's
must
a room
hurt your
in your
feelings a
apartment.
lot, doesn't it?
It's a room in your apartment.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways,
Yeah.
whenever you're done with
And
the
I'm
ad
probably
homs, you
subsidizing
can.
your rent.
Yeah, whenever you're done with your little ad homs, okay, you can move on with your point, or at least try to make one.
Yeah, all right. Here's my point. I think it's wasteful spending. All right, to support LGBTQ plus programs. I don't think it has any place in schools or anything like that. I think that it's absolutely like the toxic, like scum of this country. I think that the I don't know where you live, but why don't you go down to like one of these impoverished communities that are just filled with illegal aliens, all right, and crime and friggin' poverty, and that your wonderful Joe Biden administration friggin' unloaded these friggin' people all over the country. Go ahead, tell me more. Tell me more about how Trump's immigration policy is bad for the country.
I'm sorry, sir. You started with something complaining about like LGBTQ plus community, and then you ended somewhere in immigration. I don't even know if you can make a coherent thought. What part did you want me to talk about?
And pick one. Go ahead.
I'd rather
You're
not.
so smart.
You can just
Well,
tell me
just
which.
pick one.
If you can't stay on
You're
one topic,
smarter
then I'm
than I
not
am.
going
You're
to.
so much more successful. Why don't you make an
You're
intelligent
right.
point?
I am,
I'm
sir. The
still
only
waiting on
intelligent point that I could make to you right now is to get
The only thing
is to stop
intelligent
talking
that
to you.
you've done is you've required people to subscribe to your friggin' stupid page so that to engage with you, to generate revenue. It's a fucking joke.
Subscribing
You're
to
a
my
fucking
YouTube
joke.
doesn't generate revenue.
I hope not, because it's
Yeah.
fucking.
Also, you were complaining
shit pile.
about when I said my office and you're like a room in your apartment. You do know that an office is a room, right?
Yeah, typically
Oh.
not in an apartment.
Yeah. Well, I don't live in an apartment. So, but even if I did,
Yeah.
even if I
can
did,
guarantee you that you
sir,
do.
even if I
I tell you
did,
what,
sir, even if I,
Since you're doing so well,
sir,
why don't you take
sir,
that camera on a tour of your
sir,
your
even if
humble
I
abode?
did live in an apartment,
Show me
sir,
how much better you do than everybody.
even if I did live in an apartment, it would still be an
I
office.
bet you this is all muted, isn't it?
Yeah, even if I did live in an apartment, it would still be an
Why
office.
is it all muted, fucking big mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're a fucking little whiny faggot. Go fuck off.
Just your typical MAGAs, guys. This is what I have to talk to. Isn't that sad? I bet this guy would claim to be a Christian too. Wouldn't you? That's an angry little fella, isn't he? You still there, sweetheart? Did you get raptured? Are you there, bud? Did you get a Grindr notification and it took away your call? He's still on the line. I'll wait and see if he came back. I assume he's like frantically hitting his life alert button as he has a fucking heart attack from fucking freaking out that he's talking to me. It's really, really wild. But Feisty, thank you so much for the $10. The $10 super chat. Missiles in my state. I don't really know what that means. But thank you so much, Feisty. I appreciate that. Caller, are you there? Buddy. Nah, he's still not hung up. I can see this. He's still on the line. Jess, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I said W Polly, W Pickle, W Ari. 3 soldiers on the front line have to deal with MAGA imbeciles all day. Couldn't be me. Hey, I'm just hanging out. Oh, they don't bother me at all. Bud, are you there? Did you break your phone? Did you start slamming your iPhone into the wall? What happened? He's not muted, guys. He's on the line. He's just not responding. Okay. Maybe his sister wife came home and is yelling at him. I don't know. Chewy, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I said, why all MAGA men always project with the LGBTQ plus community? All right, man. Last chance, or I do have to move on to somebody else. Nathaniel, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate that. All right, man. Well, I guess I got to move on to somebody else, but that was weird. I don't have him muted, guys. See, watch. Hello?
Hi.
See, I can hear this guy.
Oh, sorry. I'm actually watching your live right now. I just wanted to say I appreciate you, dude. Please keep debating these fucking
It's
idiots because they don't know
insane.
what they're talking about. Anyone who supports this fucktard in office right now, please, they need help. Like, just send them to school again for another 10 years or so, and they may catch it, hopefully.
Absolutely. All right, wait, I appreciate you. I'm going to move on to the next caller, but have a good one, all right?
No problem.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
24.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
I just want to know why you're like so, I don't know, like argumentative, you know, you're.
Guys, did I mistake my live? Did I put something on my live that said like MAGA therapy session? What is going on
that's
here?
What I mean right there.
What is
I
going
just
on here?
asked a question.
Sir. Okay. If I wanted your opinion on my emotions, I would match with you on your Grindr profile. Okay?
Right.
I am not fucking
How do you
interested.
assume that-
I am not interested, okay, in your opinion, okay, on my attitude. Okay? I want to know why you still support Trump. Unfortunately, the only reason I seem to be getting out of you guys, okay, is that you're a fucking whiny little bitch and Trump fucking whines like you do. Okay?
It's insane.
I don't care about your opinion on my emotions. Stop being such a snowflake. Why do you still support Trump?
Because he's done more for the country than Joe Biden has. What do you mean?
Awesome. What has he done?
He's certainly cut down on inflation. What do you mean? Gas prices have gone way down.
Inflation and gas prices are both up since Donald Trump took office.
Right, yeah. And let me guess, all your facts are all believable and 100% true, right? 'Cause you
Both of
believe
my
everything you
facts
read
come
on
from the Trump
internet?
administration.
Right.
Where do yours come from?
The news. What do you mean?
So I get my stats from Donald Trump's actual administration, and you get it from the news, and you think you're right.
Okay, now let's go back to your Veterans Affairs. So they say they wanted to cut back 80,000 jobs, right? That was back in March of 2025. Now here we are
still
in September or
2025.
October, and they say they've cut them back to about 30,000. So why is it that you continue to boast that number?
Okay, I'm sorry. Why did Donald Trump cut 30,000 veterans?
Okay, well, why are you trying to make it sound
Sir,
so much
why
worse
did
than
Donald
what it
Trump
really
cut
is?
30,000
Maybe
veterans?
people don't need to be getting paid for no reason. You know, people that
You
sit
think
around and do absolutely nothing.
You think people that were working for the Department of Veterans Affairs, actual veterans that were helping veterans, were sitting around doing nothing?
Yeah, maybe 50,000 people were sitting around doing nothing and didn't deserve
Oh,
to
so
get
now it's
paid,
50,000.
so they
I
were
thought it was
told to get
30,000 a
again.
second ago.
Okay, here we go.
Sir, I'm waiting for
I
your
just
point
told
here.
you.
If
just
your
told
entire
you.
point is just to be like, oh, you had the number wrong on how many they've cut so far, then I apologize if that hurts your fifis. My bad. Let's use your number. Why was Donald Trump cutting 30,000 veterans?
You're very unprofessional. The way you talk, you're just like a child
And
yourself.
here
You
comes
don't
the
know how to
whining
be a
again.
man.
Jesus
you don't know how to
Christ.
talk.
And
No,
here
you're
comes
just
the
like a
whining
child.
again. Guys, can we get a bunch of
Okay,
baby
here comes
bottles
the
and
whining.
can we get a bunch of baby bottles and snowflakes in the chat? Apparently this
Listen
guy
to the
woke up
shit you-
all the way
listen
up
to
into
the
his
shit you say
fifis
to
right
people.
here.
You're so
He got all the
disrespectful.
way
You
up
don't
into
know what
his
the hell you're
fifis right
talking
now.
about.
That is crazy.
You know, just keep being sexual with it, and you wonder why you guys are all fags.
You just let me know when you're done crying, sweetheart.
Okay. Go ahead. What else you got? Lay it on me,
Yeah,
bud.
I already said the last thing. I'm still waiting for you to respond. Okay.
What? What do you
Yeah.
want?
Why did Donald Trump need to cut 30,000 people
I
that were
already
helping
told you,
veterans?
because maybe people are sitting around doing nothing on
Okay,
their
what
asses,
proof
not
do you
fucking
have that they were
working.
sitting around doing nothing on sitting on their asses? Because for the veterans I know personally are some of the most hardworking people that I've ever met in my entire fucking life. Okay.
Yeah, you probably haven't met anybody. You sit in your bedroom all day on your
Oh,
fucking
so you're
live stream.
disagreeing. You're saying that the veterans that you know are lazy pieces of shit that were sitting around doing nothing?
I didn't say that. That
Well,
didn't
then
come
I
out of
was
my
saying,
mouth.
sir, I was saying the veterans that I know are some of the most hardworking people that exist on this fucking planet.
That's
And they
great.
work
Good for
incredibly
you.
hard. Well, sir, you're
That's
saying,
great. Good
you're
for you.
saying,
Nobody cares.
but you're saying those veterans were sitting on their asses doing nothing.
No, I didn't say that.
You
I'm
did. Then
saying
why
that
did
people
Donald
that
Trump
work
need to cut
there-
them?
People that work there maybe don't need to work
The
there if they're
majority
not
of the
doing
people
their
that worked
goddamn
there,
job.
the majority of the people that worked there were veterans.
Okay, who cares?
I do.
You've
Because
never
I
heard of
care
anybody
because
that-
I care about veterans being fired in mass. You don't?
You care about a lot of fucked up shit. I'll tell you that.
Okay, sir. Well, you're saying I care about a lot of fucked up shit, but the current thing I care about
You're
is veterans
sitting here
being cut
all
up in mass.
sexual. Every time somebody says something, you talk about a penis or a fucking grinder account or something sexual. Can't you just fucking grow the fuck up? You say you're 38 years old. Why don't you say something that's useful?
Sir, no one has mentioned male genitalia except for you.
Yes,
But-
you have. The whole time I've been talking to you right from the start. When I called you,
Nope,
and said your
you're
attitude was
the
bad.
only
You're talking
person,
about
sir.
a grinder account, and you're talking about
I
male
did mention
genitalia.
I did mention a grinder account. That is correct, sir. But the fact that you're now imagining
And
that
you're
I'm bringing up
talking
male
about
genitalia
penises
kind of
and
proves my
fucking
point,
baby
doesn't it?
bottles. Get over yourself.
I mean, the fact that
You're
you just
38
randomly
years old
are
and
like
you're
bringing
acting
up
like you're
male
fucking 12.
genitalia kind of proves my point, I think. But
You're acting like you're 12 years old.
sir, there's only one person acting like a child here, and it's the person that's yelling and screaming at me.
Because you say rude shit to people and you expect there to be no consequence.
Oh, so when Donald
How
Trump
can
says
you
horrible
just
rude, so
disrespect
gotcha.
people and expect no
Gotcha.
consequence?
So when Donald Trump disrespects people, right? Freaking says the most horrific things about people. When JD Vance defends like the young Republicans, when they were literally praising Hitler, right? When they were literally
Nobody's praising Hitler. Get
sir,
over yourself.
sir,
This is
sir,
something that happened
stop
80
screaming.
years ago. Get
screaming,
over
sir.
yourself. Because you don't listen. All
Sir,
you say is sir,
sir.
sir, sir, sir.
Yes,
sir,
because I
sir,
am the one being respectful and
sir,
you're not.
Sir, sir, can I say something, sir? Sir,
Are you done
you're
crashing
very
out?
rude. And you talk over everybody. How do you like it when somebody does it to you?
It doesn't really bother
You
me
don't
at all.
like it, do you?
I don't really care.
I know you don't because you're a jackass.
Oh, gotcha. So you really bothers you. No, it doesn't. I know it doesn't. Gotcha. So anyways, when JD Vance literally defends people that were calling black people the N-word multiple times, calling them watermelon people, when he freaking promotes when they promote freaking putting their political opponents in gas chambers.
A video of this up? Let's see it.
Sir.
Let's see your facts.
Sir.
Pull it right up.
Sir, I will pull up whatever evidence you need, but I am going to need you to be quiet long enough for me to get the point out for me to do that, okay?
Okay, well, you don't want to be quiet long enough for other people to get their point out. So how do you like
when
it?
JD Vance defends those people, it doesn't bother you at all, okay? But when I come up here and suggest that maybe you have a Grindr account, I'm the worst person in the fucking planet. Sir, you support the people that are the most disrespectful, most inhumane, most racist, sexist people on this fucking planet? Okay,
And you
so I
support
don't want
somebody that doesn't
so
even want
I
us to
don't
have right to
I
bear
don't
arms.
want
What do you mean?
to
That's
hear
a
you
second
fucking crying.
constitutional amendment.
Okay.
Okay, so what? You think all guns should be banned because there's bad people? Guns don't kill
What
people.
the fuck
people
are we
kill
talking
people.
about? Guns, sir? Who tried to take your guns away?
What do you mean? You're fucking
Who
favorite president,
tried
Joe
to?
Biden.
How did Joe Biden try to take your guns away?
What do you mean? If
How,
you're gonna
sir?
tell
I'm
me
sorry.
that you don't
Maybe
know
you're not
about
good.
this, then
Maybe
you're obviously living
you're not
underneath a
very
rock.
good with the English language. How
Oh,
did
maybe I'm
Joe
not good at the English
Biden
language.
try to take your guns away?
What do you mean?
It's a
Why
really
don't you
simple
pull that up?
really simple question.
Just pull that up.
How can I pull up something when you haven't told me what it is?
I just told you.
All right,
Biden
what was
wants
it?
to take the right to bear arms away.
Joe Biden did not pass or attempt to pass a singular bill to take your right to bear arms away.
Right, because he failed.
No, he did
We're
not try
Americans.
to.
We're allowed to have guns.
Nope, he
It's been
didn't try
around
to.
since
Nope, he didn't try to.
1700s.
No, sir, he didn't try to.
Yes, he did.
Okay, with which bill?
There wasn't one because it never got passed.
Gotcha. So he didn't try. You know, bills still exist even if they don't get passed, right? So which bill did he have that
great.
tried to do that?
He never got to one because it got shut down.
Sir, maybe you're not hearing me very well. Okay.
maybe
What
you're
bill
not
got
hearing me
shut
very
down?
well.
What bill got shut down?
Does it matter?
Yes.
If there even was one, it's the things
There
that are
wasn't
said.
one.
You want to talk about the things that
There
Trump
wasn't
says. What
one.
about the things that Biden says?
Okay,
and
how about
Kamala
this?
Harris?
There was one thing that Biden said. Okay, and
Okay,
maybe this
here
is what
we
you're.
go. It's probably going to be some made up nonsense like how you keep doing.
Okay, sir, how about you just listen to it first? You really need to calm down. Okay, you're gonna have a heart attack early. Okay, and we
Right,
wouldn't
yeah,
want that
I'm
at
gonna have
all.
a heart attack.
Okay, so there was
You probably
something that
would like
Biden
that.
said, and maybe you disagree with this. Okay. Biden did say that if someone is suspected of a crime, regardless of whether they actually, we find out whether they committed that crime, where they have evidence, the second that we're suspect someone of a crime, we should be able to go into their house and take away their guns preemptively. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't at all.
Oh, okay, because Biden didn't say that. Trump
what
did.
evidence do you have? So
Yeah.
if you're just
But
so if I walked
Biden
up to
didn't.
you and I
Biden
said,
did.
if my neighbor
didn't say
has a
that,
gun
sir.
or something, I think you need to go take it right out of their house.
Biden didn't say that. Trump did.
No, he didn't. Okay?
Yes, he did.
So pull that up. Let's see that.
Okay.
No, you shouldn't be able to just go into someone's property. You know how hard us working Americans are? We pay our mortgages, we pay our taxes.
Do, 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 do.
Allow due
Yeah,
process.
you're super smart.
No one's rights are
All right, and it is now playing on the screen.
allow due process, so no one's rights are trampled, but the ability to go to court, obtain an order, and then collect not only the firearms, but any weapons in the possession
Or
of that
might
individual.
take the firearms first and then go to court, because that's another system, because a lot of times, by the time you go to court, it takes so long to go to court, to get the due process procedures. I like taking the guns early, like in this crazy man's case that just took place in Florida. He had a lot of firearms, they saw everything. To go to court would have taken a long time. So you could do exactly what you're saying, but take the guns first, go through due process second.
Oh, well, I just played it for everyone else to hear. I know you can't hear it, but you said pull it up, and so I did play it for the other,
No, I can hear it loud and clear.
Oh.
Okay, what about the last guy? Maybe we don't agree with everything that our current president says or somebody else. But
No,
why
I
is
was
it
just-
okay for you to just sit on this?
I was just
platform
showing you
and
how
attack
Donald
people?
Trump is trying to take your guns away and Biden wasn't.
Right.
Yeah. You know, the NRA spends literally like hundreds of millions of dollars to convince you that the left is trying to take your guns away.
What do you mean? We see it all the time. It's
Yeah.
crazy. You guys
The left,
start all these
the
wars over
NRA
nothing.
spends hundreds of millions of
You're the one
dollars.
sitting on
Okay.
a platform trying to harass people.
They spend hundreds of millions of dollars, okay, to convince you that the left is trying to take their guns away, okay? And the reason why they do that, okay, is because once somebody on the left gets elected, people like you go out and buy way more guns than you need, okay? And then the NRA makes a shit ton of fucking money, okay?
Listen here.
What-
okay?
what's
I'll
been
have
the-
you know, I don't even have any firearms. I'm just telling you what I support.
Oh, that's cool.
So
what's
you
the
can
most
think
restrictive?
That I have guns all you want. So because you think that I have guns and well, I'm now some kind of hardened criminal, you think that somebody should just come to my house and rip it all apart because someone like you thinks that I have a gun?
No, Donald Trump does. I don't believe that at all.
Okay.
But Donald
So,
Trump
yeah,
does.
You support the right to bear arms, right?
Do I
'Cause
support the
completely by
right to
everything
bear
you're
arms?
saying, you sound like a clown.
I have the right for certain, like, yeah, firearms to be held in certain situations. I have no problem with that.
Right. When is it available to have a gun? Or when is it okay? When do you think it's okay to use a gun?
In self-defense.
Okay. Now, why don't you enlighten me on what self-defense is in your speech?
Yeah, if you're under threat for your life or the life of your family, then I believe that you should be able to defend yourself. I also believe that you should be able to have firearms for things like hunting, right? I believe that firearms are cool for things like sport. Like I love to like go skeet shooting and stuff like that. I think that's very fun, right? I think all of those things are actually very, very correct. Okay. What I
Yeah,
don't
okay,
think is
that's
right
great.
is for people to just be able to have an unlimited amount of weapons for whatever purpose that they want and under any circumstances whatsoever. Okay.
No,
And I
why is
believe that
that?
the people that do have guns, okay, should be incredibly well trained in order to be able to use those guns, right? Because if you're going to give you a weapon, you need to be trained and we need to be able to verify that you know how to use that weapon. All right.
Have you ever
And-
heard of gun safety or a hunter education course?
Yeah, I have.
You need to take that in order to get a gun or buy one or obtain one or use one.
Not always. That is not true at all.
Okay, because people do bad things. But if you're actually a law-abiding American citizen, like how I am, you'll take the damn course.
Okay, sir, but you might take the course, but most American citizens, even well-abiding ones, don't take courses like that. Okay.
And how do you
And those
know
courses
that?
are
How
very
do you know that?
because unlike you, I actually am a firearm owner.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah. Unlike you,
And
I
probably
actually
are because
am.
of the shit you say to people.
Okay.
You hear the stuff you say to people? Yeah,
Sir, I am
you're gonna
very,
be
very, very sorry that your fifis are all hurt. You should try getting a therapist or maybe growing a pair. Okay?
Oh, okay.
But I am really getting tired of the whining.
Grow a pair. You're 38 years old sitting on the computer bitching with people.
And you are how old sitting on the phone bitching with me?
I can do what I want. I pay my
And
bills
so the
my
fucking
taxes. It's Sunday. I don't have to work today. So if I want
Me
to do
neither.
what I do on my Sunday, I can do whatever the hell I want.
Gotcha. So if you want to do whatever you want on your Sunday, that's totally okay. But if I want to do what I want on my Sunday, then that's a problem to you.
So stop bitching at people when they call you. And
So
they
the
have
only
something
one
to say.
bitching is you.
Because I'm defending the last fucking 5 phone calls I just listened to, you jackass.
Oh, did I like get your boyfriend or something like that? Is that what, oh, he's gone. I must have freaking talked shit on his boyfriend or something. Cause he was real offended. We're gonna move on to the next caller. I really appreciate you guys. But y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hi says, well, you live in an apartment. What a child. Yeah, like, first of all, if you live in an apartment, tons of people live in apartments. It's totally okay to live in an apartment. There's nothing wrong with living in an apartment. I don't, but I did for a lot of my life. There's nothing wrong with living in an apartment. Why is he so upset about somebody living in an apartment? It's totally okay to live in an apartment, guys. That's totally fine. All right? It's totally cool. I don't know why he was so upset about that. Like, Like, I don't know what, that was like his big hang up. He's like, you're in a room in your apartment. It's like, so what if I was? Like, so what if I was? Why do you care? Sorry. It is kind of funny, though, that he got so upset about that. Thank you so much, huh? Zebediah, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Said a Trump administration plan to cut 83,000 positions at the Department of Veterans Affairs was initiated and then scrapped in 2025 following public outcry. But no matter, that was his plan, and that's sad. Okay, yes, I do believe you are right. I do believe that it actually started as 83,000 and that it actually ended up not being all 80,000. So you are correct on that. So my apologies if I was wrong on that one. It was a lower number. I heard 30. I heard 50,000. Still horrific, but yeah, me using the original projected numbers instead of the final numbers was wrong. So thank you so much for the correction on that. I really appreciate that. Big W's in the chat for Zebediah for the $20 super chat and the correction on my numbers. I really, really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Linus, thank you so much for the 10 euros for a little compensation. I really appreciate that. Lovely said the caller is really trying hard. Yes, he was. Adria said my disability is intellectualism, which is a hard word. I don't know if I want to be saying that all the time. Thank you so much, Adriana. CJ said these last three callers got to be in a group chat together crying about Polly because what the fuck? Maybe they should start a support group. Maybe they should start a support group to get it on. I don't know. And then Grace said that last caller was an idiot. Yeah, a little bit. 100%. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Natravina, again, thank you so much for the $10. Said Trump cultist disability is full of mental disabilities that are centered about being lions that are actually sheep. So does that mean they're cross-dressing? I think that is technically, does that mean they're in drag? I'm not sure. I can't prove it, but I think that means they're in drag, okay? Thank you so much. Y'all, please hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. As you guys like to see, if you guys would like to support, I do have super chats open, and we just finished out the corgi goal. I'm gonna throw another little goal up there also. So if you guys would like to help me support that way, I really appreciate it. Also, as always, I do have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all at Polypolitics, just like my name. So thank you guys so much for being here. I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. And we're gonna keep this thing going. Keep moving forward. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Am I on the show?
Yes, you are. How old are you?
I'm 30. I'm 44.
You're 30, 44?
I'm 44. Yes.
Oh,
I
okay.
live in Canada.
You live in Canada? Oh, then why are you calling me? You don't even go here.
Yeah, I still have opinions, and I'd like to hear yours as well.
Yeah, man. Like I'm totally happy that you have opinions, but like I just don't want to hear them. So I hope you have a wonderful day. All right. Yeah. All right. Have a good one. Hello. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 41 years old.
All right. And what state do you vote in?
So I'm in North Carolina. I'm in the legal immigration queue. So I haven't voted yet, but
Okay.
I have children who are citizens.
Okay. So why do you support Trump?
Yeah, mainly for two reasons. One is immigration policy, and the other is tariffs.
Is what? Second one is what?
Immigration and trade policies.
And trade policies. So gotcha. So you were in the legal immigration queue. Donald Trump is literally ripping people out of their legal immigration status to deport them, and you support him because of immigration.
I don't support. I'm not aware of him deporting legal immigrants. I'm only aware of illegal immigrants. If there are some legal immigrants who were, deported or something, I don't agree with that, of course. But yeah, illegal, I definitely don't support.
So just to be clear, Donald Trump wants to deport you, and you support him because of that.
No, I don't think he's ever told that he wants to deport legal immigrants.
Yeah, but he is. He's already doing that.
No, As far as I
Yes.
know, he's not doing that.
Well, you should look in anywhere, and you could see that that's not true. That he's 100%
No,
doing
I've
great.
looked at it. I've definitely looked at it. I mean, obviously, it's very important for me, right? So I've definitely looked at it. There have not been any cases that I know of where illegal immigrants has been deported.
Yeah, Donald Trump just
There
revoked
have
the
been
legal.
mistakes made.
Donald Trump just revoked the legal status of 400,000 Venezuelans in order to deport them.
That's different, right? So revoking the status based on a legal reason, that's fine.
Yeah, the legal
But
reason was that he wanted to.
no.
Yes,
Obviously,
yes.
no. I've not seen any
That
such
was
case,
the
and
legal
obviously
reason.
such a
But I
case
believe
will
the
be.
last number I saw was like 170 different people. How about the people that were here freaking, they went to like places like Colombia that were here illegally on student visas that were deported?
Yeah, illegally, people who
No, they were here
come here
legally.
illegally.
They were here legally.
Okay.
I'm talking about the people that were here legally.
hmm No, so people who were here legally have been deported after revoking their status, right? It's not like, so it's all done by the law. So if you follow the law exactly and you don't give a reason for them to deport you or revoke your visa, obviously there's nothing that the government can do.
What
They are following
status
the
do
law,
you
in
have
other
in the
words.
United States right now?
Sorry?
What status
Can
do
you repeat?
you have?
Yeah, I'm a permanent resident here.
You're a permanent resident. And what legal
Mhm.
status does Donald Trump need as the executive in order to rip that away from you?
Yeah, so if I do a crime, it can be revoked, for example.
Okay. What other reason could Donald Trump use to get rid of legal residents in the United States?
So if I don't show up for any meetings,
No. Let's say you
that is
did
scheduled,
everything
any
right.
appointment.
You do realize that Donald Trump, through the executive, okay, has the ability, all right, to and has already tried to start like deporting people, with like birthright citizenship issues or like, that were actually born in the United States, right? Donald Trump has not cared whether you're a permanent resident or not. He doesn't care if you're an American citizen or not. Okay. Donald Trump is trying to deport you. Okay. He is literally arresting people at their legal immigration hearings.
Mhm. Yeah, but he's so it's very so each case is different, and I've looked at it, and they're never trying to they're trying to always find loopholes within the law to deport people. They're trying to find any way possible to do that. But if you are perfectly a good citizen, a good resident, don't do crimes, don't do contribute to the society, and be a model resident, there is nothing that they can do. And they don't want to do anything beyond the law. They're always staying within the law. I agree, they find loopholes, and they have an intention to deport as many as they want, but they are always within the law. And there are mistakes as well. I agree with that. They're having mistakes, and when so there are a lot of inconveniences caused to even citizens, not just the residents. I agree with that. Okay, but they're all corrected eventually.
All right. Well, sir, this is a drastic and very sad case of you, for some reason, think that you're special.
No, I
Okay.
mean, I can give you my reason, right? It's very simple. So I've been working on this for more than 12 years now. Okay. I've spent a huge portion, a major portion of my entire career fighting for a chance to come here.
Yeah. So
become
did
a
lots of
resident.
people.
No, let me finish, right? So it's an extremely difficult process. There are about 1 billion people who want to move to the United States. Okay. That's like an eighth of the world's population. So obviously it's not going to be easy. Now, so I've spent this much time, more than a decade, working hard on this particular goal. Okay.
Mhm.
And now there are some other people who are just here. I know some people as well, right? So they're just here. They're not putting in the work.
Yes, sir.
So
But
how
I'm
do you
not
think that
talking
makes
about
me
the
feel?
people who haven't put in the work. I'm talking about the people who are. See, you for
No,
some
I
reason,
understand. We just now talked
sir, you
for
think you're special and you're not. Okay? That's just the plain
I
and
don't
simple
think
of
I'm
it.
special.
You think that you're special and you're not. All right?
I'm
And
not special.
you
I never
do.
said I'm special.
Okay? You think that you're special. You think that for some reason that it's not going to affect you, that you're okay, that you're the exception, that this isn't going to
I
affect
never
you,
said
right?
any of that.
But you're acting like it. All right?
No.
You're acting like it. All right? And I'm
Nope,
just
I'm not.
I'm just here to let you know that you're not. Okay? That's all it is. I'm just here to let
I'm
you
not-
know that you are not
I'm
special.
saying I'm not.
Okay?
I'm
And
not
when Donald
special.
Trump decides to come for you, he's going to come for you. All right? So that's
Yeah, he'll try.
that's it. I wish you the best. Okay? I wish you the best. Okay?
Oh, you don't
But-
want to talk anymore?
No, sir, you don't even vote here.
Yeah, but my kids do. Kids will. And
Well, then
I
put
will
your
as
kids
well
on.
in the next election.
All right. Well, no, you won't. Okay, because you have to be a U.S. citizen to vote, and Donald Trump's not
Yeah,
going to
I
let
should
you
be,
get there. Yeah,
I-
and Donald Trump's not going to let you get there.
I will be.
So
No,
maybe
will.
once a Democrat gets back in office, then you can actually get your legal immigration status, and then you can vote. So and that would be great.
Nope.
But you won't be
There are a
voting.
lot of people
okay,
who
I'm
are,
not concerned with that. All right.
No, even to this day, there are a lot of people who are naturalizing and taking their oath and becoming citizens every day under Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So have fun getting deported. All right.
Oh, you don't want to talk anymore?
No, I just said that actually.
Okay, so then tell me how it makes sense that
I said I didn't want to talk
illegal
anymore,
immigrants-
and now you're like, tell me something, sir. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I like
Why?
because you don't go here. Okay. All right.
Oh, so
you
you're
are
gonna
you
escape?
you
Okay.
are first of all okay. You can't vote. Second of all, you're a ladder puller. Okay, which I think is absolutely horrific. All right.
I'm a what? Sorry.
You're a ladder puller. Okay.
What is a ladder puller?
Yeah, you think that you can come over here and you can use the immigration system that has been implemented by the people of our country in order for you to have a legal path to citizenship. All right, for you to use the legal system in order to gain your citizen, gain your rights, and gain your ability to be here, right? But you don't believe that other people should be able to do the exact same thing that you
Not
have been
at all.
trying to do.
Nope.
You no,
Nope.
yeah, that's exactly
never
no,
said
sir. I am telling you that's what you're doing. Okay, I'm not asking
No,
your
no.
opinion. Okay. You
Oh, you
gained
just
you
wanna tell
gained
what I'm
you
doing?
gained permanent
You wanna-
you gained permanent residency here. Yet you are supporting a president who is ripping freaking people away from trying to get their permanent residency. You spent 12 years trying to get to a
Trying
spot.
illegally.
Sir,
People who try legally, I don't have any
he
issues.
is going to immigration courts to arrest people. They are people that are here doing it legally. Okay?
Yeah,
I
if
don't
they're
know
here
how to
illegally, and
Sir, I don't know how to get this through your fucking head anymore. They are people that are doing things the right way, just like you did.
Mhm.
Okay? And Donald Trump is trying to deport them and is deporting them in many, many instances. Okay?
Trying to,
So,
I agree.
so you
but he's
are
not.
a ladder puller. You are somebody.
Okay, give me an example.
You are
Give me one example,
somebody,
let's see.
okay, who wants to use those advantages and then doesn't want anybody else to have them. And to be
Nope,
completely
I
honest
want
with you,
everyone to have that,
and to be completely honest with
opportunity.
you, I think that ladder pullers are some of the most disgusting people on this planet. Okay, so
I
considering
want
between
everyone to have the
that
opportunity.
and the fact that
But
you
they
don't
have to
vote
do it
anyway,
legally.
I don't want to talk to you anymore. Right? So I
I
hope
will
you
be
have.
voting.
So I hope you have whatever
Okay,
day
bye.
you deserve.
escaped,
Okay.
Escaping. You
All
don't
right.
want to talk? You don't want to
No, I
argue?
do not.
Why?
Okay. So bye bye.
Okay, run away.
Oh my goodness. See, I was trying to be polite too. I don't know why he just kept pushing the call. Just pushing it. Freaking crazy. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next caller. I really appreciate you. Tata Tech saying, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, you are mean to people I don't know. Let me defend their honor. Also, as a vet, respect is not earned. It is earned, not given. 100% Tata Tech. Big W chat for Tata Tech. For that $5 super chat. That one hits hard. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tata Tech. That's a big one right there. Lovely guy said immigrants for Trump is like chicken for KFCs, like roaches for Raid. Yeah, 100%. GOP trying to recognize hobbyists lumpy. What? I don't even know what that means. And Moonlight said, look at democratic logic right here. Which was the democratic logic? I don't even know what that means. All right, y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going to move on to the next caller. Keep this thing going. I really appreciate y'all. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Hello, how are you?
Finally, I get through. What's up, man?
Finally, you did it, man. Are you excited?
I like your show, bro. I'm listening to it. I'm listening to you.
Are you excited? I'm excited. Are you excited?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I wrote down what I wanted to say and not just going off on anything like most of these fucking idiots. But let me answer your question first. I'm not a Trump supporter, but I do want to speak to you all about something.
Is it our Lord and Savior?
No, it's about drugs in the cartel. And I'm actually Mexican. Soy mexicano, nacido aquí en los Estados Unidos, born here in the United States. My family immigrated here in the 60s, 50s or 60s, and you know, we're just afraid of going back, man. This is pretty fucking bad. So all these promises Trump's making of fucking, we're gonna take care of the cartels, this and that. I mean, what the fuck has he done?
And let me be straight up. I usually only talk to Trump supporters, but I do want to address something that you just said because I think it's like really fun to talk. Not fun, but like an interesting point that I don't really get to talk about very much. Okay.
Sure.
Why did Donald Trump just return those Venezuelans and send them back to Venezuela? Did you hear about that?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm a driver. I mean, I worked with him, you know.
So he's he's shooting down boats in Venezuela, like in the Caribbean, right? Because they are 100% drug traffickers, which let's also be very, very clear. You can't just kill people because you think that they might be drug traffickers. That's against the law, right? So he's doing it 2,000 miles away. So he blows up and then there's survivors, right? And they pick up those survivors, and instead of prosecuting them or bringing back to the United States, convicting them, like all stuff, he picked up a bunch of survivors and then they just sent them back to Venezuela. So apparently they must not have been that bad of people, or maybe they weren't actually drug traffickers and they didn't want to bring them back to the United States because if they tried to do that, they would have fucking shown how fucking bullshit they are and how they're actually just fucking murdering people on fucking boats in Venezuela. That's also why the head of the military in Latin America just resigned over that exact same thing.
But so fucking hard, bro. I've been listening to you for like a couple hours now. You work so hard, dude, to change these people's minds, to make them understand, dude, that things that you know and I know that are just so fucking blatantly just obvious, right? But like we got, the veteran that called you, and he was really fucking. I don't know if he was a veteran or not, but I wonder how the fuck these people get these get the news wherever they're getting it from, man. It's got to be. I mean, just think about these people's lives. Like what cable. Is Fox only on cable, or what the fuck is going on?
No, man. Hey, dude, I am going to move on to the next caller so I can get to a Trump supporter, but I do really appreciate you coming up, and I hope you have a wonderful day. All right, man?
One more thing, brother. Hey.
All right, real quick. Real quick.
Okay. So what do you think Trump will do about the cartel? Is it bullshit or not?
It's bullshit.
You do anything?
It's bullshit. Yeah.
I ain't never done that.
I'm not saying we should. I'm not saying we shouldn't do things about the cartel. I think that we should. I just don't think Donald Trump's really doing anything to actually help that. But that's my opinion. So we'll see.
He wants to get rid of everything, bro. But COVID wiped out how many fucking millions of people, and he wants to get rid of more people. It's like there's fucking everywhere you go to, bro. Help wanted. There's fucking help wanted signs everywhere. I don't know what the fuck the problem is, bro. But anyways, I support you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. I hope you have a wonderful day. All right.
All right, brother.
All right. I heard that. Did someone put in the comments that the Pentagon just cut the press passes? This should be interesting. I need to look it up. Did the Pentagon actually do it? Did they finally cut the press passes? I gotta look that up. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you? Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah.
Awesome. Y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Really appreciate you guys. Let's see if we can hit these corals up too. I really appreciate that over on TikTok. And let's get this thing to 150,000 likes. Awesome. So how do you feel about Donald Trump you said you still support Trump?
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about them cutting press passes at the Pentagon if they don't report exactly what the Pentagon wants them to report?
I mean, it's not like other presidents haven't done the same sort of thing.
Who
If
did it?
they don't like something, they'll evict somebody out of their press corps as well.
No, I'm not talking about the press corps. I'm talking about the people that report in the Pentagon.
It's done on both political sides, is what I'm trying to tell you.
No one's ever done that. No one has ever done this. What are you talking about? This is a first time thing. The Pentagon is literally making freaking news agencies say every single thing that leaves this Pentagon, okay, that is reported on, must be approved by us before we allow it. It's literally first of all, a very blatant and gross violation of the First Amendment. All right. But they are literally like hiding like what they're doing in there. And I mean, I'm not just talking like left-wing news agencies, like Newsmax was even like, yeah, we're not signing that. That's a violation of the First Amendment. Newsmax.
Oh, like I said, most administrations try to control the narrative of what's let out or whatever. That's happened for years.
There has been control over what they tried to release from the White House or for the Pentagon. There has never been anything where they are literally telling news agencies they can't report on the news because they don't want anything bad to come out. Literally, this is why we have the news. Okay? This is why we have the news. All right. Isn't the right supposed to be like anti-deep state, like all these like conspiracies that are going on in the White House and the Pentagon and our government, like all these different, different like conspiracies that are being covered up by the government. The way these conspiracies get out is by news reporting, by news agencies reporting, uncovering, and getting these news things out. So why would you not want news agencies, again, even right-wing news agencies, to be able to report on information?
I didn't say I didn't want them to report.
But you're supporting the government that's making and not allowing that. You're actually defending it right here on the live.
Well, no matter what, in government, you're not going to get an administration that does you everything you want, no matter what. That just isn't going to happen in a, constitutionally limited republic.
Yeah, there's not getting everything you want, and then there is blatant and obvious violations of the Constitution. Okay?
And there's that in every administration.
Okay, cool. Biden administration, what was a blatant and obvious violation of the Constitution?
The fact that you had basically an auto pen signing things.
Okay, Donald Trump has also used the auto pen. Obama used the auto pen. Fucking Bush used the auto pen. So you're saying every single president, including Donald Trump, is in violation of the Constitution?
He used the auto pen, yeah.
Okay,
But
that's the
he's
most
not
ridiculous
using
thing in the
the
world.
auto pen
Where
for
in the
significant
Constitution does it say thou must not use the auto pen?
Auto pen didn't exist when the Constitution was wrote.
Well, if that's the case, then we shouldn't be allowed to have AR-15s either, right? Because they didn't exist when the Constitution was written?
No. Things progress and go along.
You're right. Things progress, sir. You are correct. Okay. So I said things that were blatant and obviously against the Constitution, and you said the auto pen, and I'm trying to figure out how the auto pen is a blatant violation of the Constitution of the United States.
But he's not signing it himself.
You don't. Where does the Constitution say that you must sign everything yourself?
That wasn't something that they looked at then.
Then it's not in the Constitution, so it doesn't qualify for my question. My question was, what did the Biden administration do that was a blatant and obvious violation of the Constitution? If you're saying that the Constitution doesn't address the auto pen, then therefore that is not a blatant and obvious violation of the Constitution because the Constitution doesn't address it. And since I don't believe that's gotten to the Supreme Court for the Supreme Court to be able to say whether that is constitutional or not, because of course would never get there because it's ridiculous. What did the Biden administration do that was a blatant and obvious violation of the Constitution?
They allowed all kinds of transportation laws to go through that was illegal.
Which one? And what was against the Constitution?
Every time that you stop transportation from happening, like pipelines did you stop from being built?
What pipeline did Joe Biden stop from being built? And also, how is stopping a pipeline a violation of the Constitution?
I guess it's not actually a violation of the Constitution per se, but
Okay, then I'm asking you about violations of the Constitution. By the way, the first use of a signature replicating machine or auto pen was actually in 1803 by Thomas Jefferson. Just thought I'd throw that out there, by the way.
well, still after the Constitution was written.
Yeah, by the people who wrote it. Anyways, so
But-
still
but
waiting
what-
on that. Still waiting on that constitutional violation by Biden.
Now, that isn't okay. You hijacked the narrative of what I called.
No, sir.
in
You
to talk
said,
about it.
I said that literally, okay, there is a difference between not the most perfect president and obvious and blatant violations of the Constitution. You said that every president does that. And I responded with, please name something that Biden did that was an obvious and blatant violation of the Constitution. And you see how you can't name one? Okay? Because
I'm
there
not
isn't
sitting at a
one.
computer to
Be-
look it up.
Sir,
to look up the
I'm not
different
asking
things like
you to look
are.
it up.
You're sitting at a computer.
I'm not asking you to look it up. You made the positive statement, which means that you have already looked it up. Okay? See, I don't make claims that I haven't already looked up. The only reason I looked up the auto pen thing is because someone put Thomas Jefferson was the first one to use it, and I wasn't sure about that, so I looked it up just for fun.
Okay.
All right? But Donald Trump's violation of the Constitution, I don't need to look up at all. Okay?
You know, like I said, you asked why I support Donald Trump. Okay. Now you're changing the narrative from supporting him or not supporting him. Okay. And that's what you like to do is hijack the narrative.
Sure. If you can't
asked why
answer
I
the
support-
question, the whining is not necessary. Just say, I don't know, and we can move on.
Let's just move on.
All right. That's probably better.
You know, but Donald Trump is doing far more for the country than what Joe Biden ever thought of doing.
Like what?
I mean, stopped illegal immigration almost overnight.
No, he just stopped border encounters pretty much overnight.
Yeah.
But that's not stopping illegal immigration. That's just stopping border encounters.
Yeah, okay. You're never going to stop illegal immigration.
Correct. You're not.
But you can stop the mass flow of people flooding over the border.
By the time Donald Trump left office, the average per month of people border encounters at the southern border was lower than Donald Trump's first term.
Yeah, it probably was.
So
Because-
therefore, there was no
because
mass flow
all
by
of
the time
things-
Donald Trump took office.
all of the things that he tried to do to stop it in his last administration was basically, how would I say it, hijacked at almost every turn by the Democrats, that they would, oppose almost anything that he wanted to do to bring it under control.
You mean like
But-
exactly what Republicans did to Joe Biden when they stopped 5 different pieces of legislation that would have stopped that mass immigration flow? Including one bill that literally was 6 days after he took office?
The mass immigration flow bills that you're talking about had other issues with them.
Gotcha. So when Trump can't pass an immigration bill in his first term, it's the Democrats' fault for blocking him, which there was immigration bills under the Trump administration that, were not agreed upon, on a bipartisan basis. And, the parties couldn't come to an agreement on it. I'll agree with that, right? So when Donald Trump couldn't pass immigration policy in his first term, it's the Democrats' fault for not passing it. Okay. But when the Biden administration comes in and tries to pass immigration and the Republicans stop him, it's Biden's fault. So you don't get it both ways, sir. Either
I
A,
wasn't.
it was
I
Trump's
didn't
fault
bring
in the
up
first term
legislation
and Biden's fault. Yeah.
As much
You don't
as
get it both ways.
is the enforcement at the border. If you're allowed to do enforcement at the border and stop illegal flows across the border, that's a different story than the legislation.
There were
being changed.
685,000 people that were stopped, detained, and repatriated under the Biden administration just last year. They were enforcing the border.
You say because you returned 685,000, but you're not counting the 10+ million that he let come across.
He didn't let anyone come in. There wasn't 10+ million, and that's not the claim you made. You made the claim that they weren't enforcing the border. How could they not be enforcing the border, but also be enforcing the border?
They were not enforcing.
If they didn't enforce anything, then how did they repatriate 685,000 people?
Because you took a small percentage of the tens of millions that were let to come across.
So they were enforcing.
Oh, so basically, if you go out on a freeway that there's 1,000 cars an hour passing by and you pull over one person and ticket him for speeding, you call that enforcing, huh?
If you're the only cop out there, yeah.
Well,
if that is the most amount of people that you can stop, then yes. I would advise, okay, personally, if there's all of these cars coming by, then maybe we probably need more cops, maybe speed cameras, maybe, a bunch of other technology and people out there on the freeway to be able to stop more people from doing that, right? Instead of just the one person doing it, which is what the Biden administration wanted to do because he was trying to add more Border Patrol agents and more technology at the border so that they could stop more people, but Republicans stopped him.
No, they didn't stop him. They just didn't go along with being extorted into spending all kinds of extra money to do that.
Gotcha.
They basically look it over here while I'm stealing a whole bunch from you over here. In order to get what you want here, you got to pay for all these other things.
Gotcha. So the Republicans who wrote the bill that Biden tried to get passed, the Republicans wrote the bill, read the bill that they wrote, okay, looked at it and said, oh my God, we're extorting ourselves. We can't let Biden do this to us as with the bill that we wrote for ourselves. This bill is extorting us that we wrote.
They didn't write the entire bill.
They didn't write the entire bill. They were in charge of writing the bill, and they wrote the majority of it.
But all the other pork that's added into it.
Like what?
Without the bill to read in front of me, I can't tell you specifically.
Gotcha. So there's all these things that were in the bill that were extorting the Republicans, the American people, but you don't know any of them.
Like I said, I didn't bother to read the bill.
That is blatantly obvious.
Okay.
That's probably the most if there was one thing in this conversation that didn't need to be said, it was that.
Okay.
Yeah, it is very obvious that you didn't read the bill. Okay.
I'm glad that you're a master manipulator.
I'm not a sir. This takes zero skill level in master manipulating. You're just literally just contradicting yourself every other sentence. And all I'm doing is pointing out how you're contradicting yourself. That's all we're doing. That's all this conversation is. You're contradicting yourself every other freaking sentence. And I'm going, hold on, you just said this. You can't have this and that. And then you're just like, oh, you're manipulating me. Oh, it's magic. How do we do this? It's not magic, man. I'm just repeating your words back to you.
Wait a minute. You're okay with excessive regulation in tax and spend ideology, right?
Excessive regulation in tax and spend ideology? That is a mumbo jumbo word salad that means nothing.
No, it does mean something. It basically, the left, all they want to do is tax and spend undue amounts of money on absolute garbage, make us pay for it, and then we should be happy. Why? Why do we want big government?
Government spending is at an all-time high right now under Donald Trump.
This is the same budget that his gone back to the Biden administration. Do you realize that?
This year, yes, but Donald Trump's
Yeah,
extra
well-
spending is what makes it higher.
You can't spend money that isn't in the budget.
Yes, you can. Donald Trump's doing it right now.
All he's doing is moving money that was, if you're referring to paying troops and stuff like that. Is that what you're referring to?
Well, it's one of the many things. He just gave $40 billion to Argentina. That was a pretty good one.
Well, I mean, you know.
He's also raising
But-
taxes. What do you think a tariff is? It's just a
well,
tax.
Wait a minute. You want to say about the Argentina thing? What about what both Obama and Biden did of sending plane loads of cash to Iran?
That didn't happen.
Oh, they didn't send any planes full of cash.
Correct. They did not send any planes full of cash because this isn't the
Oh, they
fucking
weren't
Looney
totally full?
Tunes. Okay. This isn't like Darkwing Duck where we're just sending planes full of cash in like, was it in giant bags with a money symbol on it too?
No, it was on pallets.
Oh, gotcha. No, that did not happen. The only thing that kind
So
of
you-
close to even possibly happened like that was the release of money that was already Iran's, okay, under the Biden administration. And that money never even made it to Iran. Okay, it actually got diverted over into aid funds in Switzerland. Never even made it to Iran.
So you're saying the plane never landed in Iran? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I don't know what fucking plane you're talking about. Again, this isn't Looney Tunes, bro. We can just transfer money. Like, we don't have to. And again, it was
Whether
Iran's
their
money.
sequestered money or not, the whole reason that for almost 40 years that we sequestered their money was things that they had done to the United States.
Sir,
Holding
there was never a
hostages.
plane full of cash. Okay, I don't know what, like, who is telling you guys this? Like, doesn't it? Does it like? Okay.
They
That amount of
landed
money,
planes
that
in
amount of
Iran
that hold on,
of cash.
that amount of money, okay, that was released like from the sanctions and then never like made it to Iran. Okay, that was $7 billion. Okay, with a B. Okay. And what you think is like a bunch of like like an entire fleet of fucking just Air Force like C-130s
I didn't
all just
say a
got
fleet.
filled up
I said
with just
a
cash,
plane,
just
each
and like
of
you know,
them
like
sent.
I kind of picture it like you know how it's like kind of like it's strapped but like not well enough, so like you just like as they open stuff like dollar bills are just like flying out and their people are trying to like catch it and like stuff it back in the pallet, right? And they're just like they just had a whole and they're just freaking palleting up all of these planes with just cash, right? With some guy with like a twirly mustache at the other end being like, ha 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 ha, the cash is finally mine. Like, dude, what are you talking about, dude?
I mean,
Don't you ever hear
realize-
shit and just go like, that doesn't make any fucking sense? Like, do you ever just hear shit and go, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life? There's no way that's true.
Haven't we all at times?
You know, like, dude, like, give me a fucking break, bro. Like, that didn't happen. Okay, it never happened. Okay.
You're going to say that there was never a plane of cash that landed under the Obama administration and under the Biden administration.
I'm
there was never
sure
a plane
there
that
was
landed
a
with
plane
cash.
with some cash on it that landed in plenty of places across the world. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but what you're saying is not true. Okay.
What did I say that isn't true?
All right.
I did say a plane of cash landed, did I not?
Sir.
And you're saying that's not true?
Sir, you are saying that the Biden administration was sending all of this money in pallets of dollars to Iran. That did not happen.
They did send
They did
pallets
not.
of dollars
They did
to
not.
Iran
They did
in
not.
cash.
They did not. Okay.
So you're going to say that they did not send any pallets of cash
Yes,
to
I am
Iran?
very, very much saying that.
I guess you are delusional if you want to believe that a plane of cash never landed.
Sir, let's just say a plane of cash landed someplace. I don't know. Okay, let's just pretend that happened. Okay?
Okay.
Let's just pretend that happened. Okay?
Okay.
Donald Trump just sent $40 billion to Argentina. Billion with a B. Okay? Billion with a B. Okay? And you're talking about one unspecified size of plane with some unspecified amount of, I don't know, stripper dollars in it. Okay? That may or may not have landed somewhere in Iran. Let's also be very clear that Donald Trump is sending $40 billion to Argentina while the government is shut down. And he's using that government shutdown to mass lay off freaking people. Okay?
And
you're really trying to compare these two things.
no, I'm not trying to compare those two things as being exactly the same thing. And he did not send cash to Argentina. What they did was...
Why not?
There's no plane of cash sent to Argentina.
Why not? That was probably the most, obviously that's the best way to freaking send cash,
Well, they didn't. You're the one saying they did. They didn't.
That's fine. I don't really give a fuck if they sent money in cash. I really don't care. Okay?
Okay.
Like, to be completely
You
fucking
brought
honest
it
with
up.
you, sir.
I didn't bring it up.
No, you brought it up. I said, why is Donald Trump? You said you don't like government spending. That's why you support Donald Trump. Okay? You said you don't support Donald Trump. No. Listen.
He is bringing
Listen.
He is putting a check on spending.
Shh. You said, okay, this is what you said. I like Donald Trump because he's putting a check on spending. I then brought up Donald Trump spending $400 billion in Argentina. And instead of addressing that, you said, but Biden, but Obama. Look, Obama probably sent a whole bunch of money to a whole bunch of places. Maybe there was a plane full of fucking cash someplace. I don't fucking know, okay? But I didn't support Obama because he was cutting government spending. Okay? I didn't support Biden because he was cutting government spending. You support Trump because he's fucking supporting, because of lack of government spending. That is what you support. Okay? So I don't know what Obama did or what Biden does have to do with anything. Okay? Because you're the one who says that you support Donald Trump because he is cutting government spending. Government spending is at an all-time high, and he's sending billions of dollars to Argentina. That is what he's doing.
So you're going to say that he hasn't cut any government spending whatsoever. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Just to he's cut in some places just to make it higher in other places.
Really? Is that the best you have?
Is that the best Trump has?
Liberals whine every day about the cut of pork and unnecessary spending.
What pork and what unnecessary spending?
Take for example, like if you use government money to pay NGOs, so that money can get filtered back to some of your political cronies.
Yeah, and where is that proven that happened?
And you haven't had any government official or Democrats whining that it's been cut?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about. You can't even.
People post from the State Department that used to work there all the time online about this and that has been cut to NGOs, and they whine about it all the time.
What NGOs?
They're the ones claiming that he cut spending to NGOs.
What NGOs?
Let me see if I can look up. One guy in particular, Mike Morrow, posts all the time about it.
What NGOs are being freaking funded by the government that are somehow like being funneled back in other people's money? What are we talking about?
You don't think any NGOs? You don't think any NGOs exist that they don't funnel money back to their friends? You don't think that,
Sir? Sir, you're doing a really bad straw man. Are you saying that it's never happened? I don't fucking know. Okay, like truthfully, I have no fucking clue. All right, and whatever. I don't know what any of that has to do with any of the shit that we're talking about. It's fucking crazy. What are we fucking talking about?
We're spending excessive amounts of money on all kinds of
on
things
what
that we should not be
NGOs? On
spending
what NGOs? On what NGOs? Y'all hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys.
What's her name? Abrams used to run.
Yeah, that was definitely proven to not be true. Not only did she not run it, but by the time they got any money, she wasn't even on the board of directors for them anymore. She wasn't even a part of them.
Okay, but that NGO still got the money.
But she
you
wasn't a
obviously
part
know
of
what I'm
them,
referring
and
to.
she didn't get any money on kickbacks from them. So what are you talking about?
But other people did.
Who?
All kinds of Democratic operatives.
Name one.
I haven't looked into the names. It don't matter to me who they are.
These huge Democratic operatives that we don't know who they are?
That's what you want to say.
All right, guys. The secret cabal of Democrats. Okay. The secret cabal of Democrats that is secretly all powerful, okay, and rigging elections, but apparently not well enough for, to win any elections last year, and is, and is funding Antifa, the organization that doesn't exist and has no leader and no structure. Okay, is funneling money through random NGOs that we know nothing about to people who don't exist. Probably in planes full of money.
I didn't say anything about NGOs getting planes full of money.
I assume,
never said
no,
that.
that's how the NGOs get it to the secret cabal of Democrats. They fly it in planes that with money on pallets, and then there's just dollar bills just flying around, and people are catching them.
NGOs are getting planefuls of money.
And they're just
I never said that.
Grabbing the money out. It's like one of those like you guys ever seen the little telephone booth things you get in where the money spins around? That's how they're just grabbing it and they're stuffing it into bags with money signs on it.
That's pretty funny, actually.
I know, I'm a pretty funny guy.
Say something like that. But that's the best you have, I guess.
Yeah, man. All right, bro. Well,
I guess it upsets you that I won't yell and scream at you.
Do I sound upset to you, sir?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, well, don't get a job as a therapist either.
Okay. Not looking to be a therapist.
You shouldn't be anyone's therapist, okay? Because you're obviously not very good with emotions. All right. Huh? But no, I am not upset with you in all way. I am mocking you. That is true.
Of course you are. You mock everybody.
I am mocking you because you're making these wild, crazy claims that have no basis in reality. Okay? They have no basis in reality, and honestly, it's just more for me to amuse myself. Okay, because honestly, like this lack of education and understanding in our political system depresses me. Okay, and hearing you talk about it just makes me sad. So I make jokes about it, so I stay sane. Okay, because if not, I would have to, I'd be really, really worried about, the future. Well, I'm still worried about the future of the United States, but I would actually have to get sad about that, So yeah, I just make jokes about it instead. But no, I'm not irritated. I'm not annoyed. I'm not angry. Okay. I am tired of talking to you, though. So I hope you have a wonderful day, all right?
Well, that's because you don't want to go into something that I wanted to talk about. All you wanted to do is run the narrative the way you wanted it run.
Sure, sir. Whatever you got to say. I really could not care less. Hearing your voice is giving me literal brain rot. So have a wonderful day, all right?
Well, that's pretty tough for you, isn't it?
Yeah, sure, sir. All right. Well, bye-bye now. All right. Anyways. Feisty, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate this. Did his daddy sign all January 6th pardons or use auto pen? Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Very anti-constitutional of them to be using that auto pen on all of those. I really appreciate that, Feisty. That's a good one. Thank you so much. Vincent, thank you so much for the $10. Says, yeah, Biden's TPS allowed 400,000 Venezuelans in. Trump revoked, doesn't need Congress, and there's no judgment yet. By the way, no violation of the Constitution. That's a lie. There have been tons of violations of the Constitution. I didn't say that this was a violation of the Constitution, nor did I say that he couldn't do it. He can do it. Okay, and this is not a violation of the Constitution. All right. What I was saying was that proves that Donald Trump does not care about just deporting people that are illegally here, because those people that were here under TPS, temporary protected status, okay, as you put in there, are legally here. So therefore, Donald Trump doesn't care about just getting rid of people that are illegally here, or he'd be going after them, not people like this. But that's not a violation of the Constitution. The violations of the Constitution come from all sorts of other places. So, but thanks for the $10. I do always appreciate when people send me super chats to just be wrong. Feisty always said, or I-5 to be shut down. Yeah, that was probably that was probably AutoPen 100%. George does it. Your patience with these people incredible. The sheer ignorance is painful. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Appreciate that. And just goes, thank you so much for the jewels. I remembered I got some notifications earlier too, and I've been fucking up over here. I apologize. Ralph, thank you so much for the $25 over on Cash App. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. John, Sarah, thank you so much for the $25 on Cash App also. And John, thank you so much for the $5 on Cash App. I really appreciate all of those so much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Big W chat for all of those people. You guys are absolutely amazing. All right, y'all. I'm going to get offline and go watch football. So make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, all right? Bye. Love you guys. Oh, tomorrow, 7 p.m. I'll be there. See you guys then. Join the Discord. Bye.